Hello, hello, hello.
Mm. How are
Everybody has
you?
my phone is now replaying the same thing. I was making sure that we
Oh my
get.
gosh. I was looking at the after the tarot deck and the before the tarot deck. I am so intrigued. I have to have it. Hey, Miss Bonnie, I was just talking about you in the
Yeah, I'm trying to remember who. I know Bonnie has it, but I'm trying to remember who else had it because when I saw it, I was fascinated by it, and I'm looking to see if I have
the
if I
link.
already have it loaded because for some reason when I saw it, I went looking for it and I thought I had loaded it, but you know what? I don't see it. So maybe I didn't load it yet, but I need to load it. Yeah. Yeah, it's not there. Oh well. Hey everybody, welcome in. Thanks for popping in and spending a little time with us. My heart was broken. I never believed I would get my lover back until I wonder, oh come on, give me a break. Already? Come on, come on, come on, come on.
I was like, wait, who has this long love question? No, thank you.
Exactly. I need to save that for Bonnie. Oh my goodness, my goodness, my goodness. Hey, welcome in everybody. Nice to see you all pop in. It is good.
If I disappointed her, you would have been here.
Someone is at a campground with their shoes and socks off. Oh my gosh, that sounds fun. Sounds great.
Oh,
That is definitely the best way to ground. So get
I
that
love
grounding. Enjoy that grounding for the evening. Absolutely. Yes. Yes. Angie, how's your day? How's your week going so far?
my week is going good. Listen, I that retrograde. Listen, we're going to be friends. We're going to be okay. I'm not going to bother you every morning. And we're going to decide that today is a great day. It's going to be like redo, like the universe is going to redo and give me the things that they took from me. So I don't have no redos. They need to do some redos. So my redo is the universe redoing and giving me what they did, what I deserve. So that's how I'm going to do it. And then tomorrow's a 444 too.
Oh yes. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yes.
So that yes.
Embrace that.
Did you get glasses to wear?
I have not gotten glasses yet. If I don't get it, at least I can use a mirror. But I'm gonna try to find some glasses.
Amazon has them, and then I heard the libraries were giving them away free.
Somebody bought a pair that was like $235. I'm like, nice,
Amazon
but
has
no.
like 5 pair for $9.99.
Cheesy whiz. There you go.
And I think you can even go to Lowe's and get 2 pair for $6.
There you go. I'm excited for it though. And this is the last one for a few years that we'll be able to see here in Arizona. So
I'm
I'm definitely
excited.
ready to see it.
Exactly.
So bring on the
Bring
eclipse.
it on and all the power. I posted something today that said 4-4 portal and the eclipse. I might be diabolical, but I'm ready for it.
Exactly.
I am so
It
ready,
seems as though
ready, ready.
your microphone is retrograding on us again,
Oh, I
unfortunately.
don't
What the hell?
know.
It was good earlier on. We were just talking for a while. I don't know. Unless it's my connection with you, which could be the case.
I know. Maybe I think it only happens while we're live. So I don't know.
Hmm.
And you know what? I haven't watched the playback to hear to see how it sounds on the other end, like when they're live with it.
Hmm.
But we'll see.
Hmm. We will see. We will see. We will see. Hey, everybody! Again, welcome in, Missy Allen. Nice to see you in. Kay, welcome in. Ray, nice to see you in. Angels, of course, that's Bonnie. Nice to see you in. Manageable rap tactics. Nice. I like that. Autumn, Ashley, welcome in. Quinn, hey Quinn, lively. Nice to see you in. Everybody, as y'all know, when I left you last on Wednesday and Thursday, there was something called a little book that was coming out, and it did come out. I finally released my book. Not me, Amazon did. Amazon finally released my book, and believe it or not, because y'all were so supportive and helped me to do it, it reached #1 in new releases on the day it was released, which I love it. So there you go. There's my little commercial. It's not even a commercial. It's just a thing. Don't forget, if you haven't gotten it yet, go to Amazon, look up The Ultimate Power Within, Unleashing the Magic of. Just type in The Ultimate Power Within. It'll come up, or my name. The good part about my name being so unique for one time in my life is that when you type it in, there ain't so many of us. So it goes right to the book, which I love. So anyway, folks, if you haven't had a chance to check it out, check out the book. I'm telling you, you'll not be displeased by what you get. There's a lot of good information in there. So I implore you to do it. I would appreciate that. Angie, you are freezing up and sound goes away. Bonnie calls it the big book. I want to know. I will pass my driving test on April 5th, 2024. Interesting. We may get to that one. Let me put some energy on that one down the road, and Angie will as well, I'm sure. But yep. So, and some folks already got their books. Angie already has her book, by the way. It popped in, and a few people I know already have their book, and yet mine still hasn't arrived, and I'm the author. I'm like, what the hell is
I
that?
did get it,
And so,
and I was happy.
oh, thank you. Anybody out there that receives a book, and if you could do me a favor, take a picture of yourself holding the book up, because I want to put eventually a post out and on Facebook and so forth with everybody's pictures, showing them with the book up, just to show them that I appreciate that they did that. So if you're comfortable with your face on Facebook, then send me the picture, and I would appreciate it. Summer Brewer says, "Hello, all. Congrats on the book, Don. You are welcome. Thank you so much."
Smith Clinton, you put the exact same message last time. So every week is that they haven't eaten since yesterday. I mean, I think you're just kind of scamming us right now.
Yeah, what? Come on. Yeah,
That was the exact same message that they put last Wednesday. At this point, I don't know that I can believe you.
exactly. Lord have mercy. Try something new for somebody else, please. Lord have mercy.
Exactly.
Alicia said she got her book yesterday. Hey, Alicia, nice to see you in, and thank you for buying the book. I appreciate it. Don't forget to do the picture for me if you don't mind, and send it to me. Either you can text it to me, or you can send it via email, or however you message it, whatever. It's great. I appreciate it so very, very much. And I do appreciate the fact you all bought the books. That makes me feel great. I do think that I am confident that you will find the information very useful, especially when you get beyond the science stuff and get to the fact of how you do them, how you do the rituals, how you prepare to do the ritual to get it written and so forth. I go into very good detail on that, which is wonderful. So yeah, I'm very happy with the way it turned out. And the images, I have not seen an actual book yet. I only have my proof, but I'm told the images showed up well on the different pages, because it is that I do have some color images on the pages, and so that's important to me. Hello, please. My name is Jasmine. Any messages about work, please? We will give that some consideration. Angie, who are you drawn to first? You want to try the one about the driving test? What kind of energy? Do you get any energy on that one? I'm trying to find it again. It was just here. Oh, here it
Yeah,
is.
we could try that one.
I think she says, I want to know if I will pass my driving test. I don't have my pendulum, so I can't do a pendulum answer.
I do have my pendulum. I got a yes when I asked the question. I got a yes, so I'm assuming but I can do it for you. I mean, a driving test isn't that hard. My niece is 17. She
Mhm.
just passed hers today. It's a lot easier than you think. That's the one thing they do want me to tell you. It's a lot easier than you think. What they have you out on the road doing now is not even that hard. Will Rihanna pass her driver's test?
Hey,
And
Pam
that's my
Franks.
yes. That's
Hey,
my
Pam Franks.
circle.
Nice
That's
to
my
see you
yes.
in. And Dr. Edgardo Rivera, nice to see you in as well. Thanks for popping in.
So I got a yes, a huge yes. I think that you will, but you're too nervous about it. Like, you give me an anxious energy. You make me really anxious. Um, Have you been in an accident before? Is that what you're anxious about, or you just think that you're going to make a weird mistake? It's not going to be that part. And you can watch. They have YouTube videos that'll show you exactly what they're going to test you on. My son was watching those videos before he took his test, and it shows you exactly what they're going to test you on. So it's not that hard, and you really just kind of like go outside, maybe make 3 blocks, and then come right back. It's not a very hard test. I think you're over thinking it, and you're kind of overly making yourself anxious about it, but you're going to be really, it's not going to be that hard for you.
Yeah, and I think that you're going to find that, again, the test itself has been made easier than it was previously. I think that's going to surprise you. You may not be aware of that yet, but that there has been changes to the test is what I'm getting. There's been changes to the test that make it more for truly testing your abilities instead of trying to get you to make a mistake. So I think that again, like Angie said, relax and just drive, and you'll be okay. But even Bonnie feels the anxiety from you. So yeah, that's definitely it's being picked up from a lot of us. So you got to let that go. Hey Pam, I'm glad you've received the book. I appreciate it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Don't forget to take a picture and send it to me.
The person asking about somebody else's about the marriage, we can give you a general reading. I won't tell you how he feels about it. If this is somebody you're married to and you can't ask them if they want to fix the marriage,
You got a problem.
because if
Yeah.
I can't ask my husband if he wants to still be married,
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
then it's a little bit more broken than I
Yep.
thought. You don't need a
Bonnie
psychic.
says she's even got knots in her stomach from that
Yeah.
conversation about the driving test. So again, give yourself a little time to relax. Make sure you center yourself and give yourself some meditation before you go for the test. Again, you could be your own worst enemy if you are not careful. That's the most important thing to take from
Oh,
that.
Bonnie says it sounds like somebody they read earlier. It's Rick's Wade. It says they want to know if John is still wanting to fix the marriage, Miss Bonnie. Listen, y'all, if y'all ask me about a love reading, I'm just absolutely gonna give you a general reading. I'm not even gonna try it. So you can put whatever you want in there about love, do Billy Bob Thornton, love Angelina Jolie. The answer is going to be a general reading. I don't have time to keep telling y'all the same thing over and over again.
Exactly. Exactly. Let's see. Who else are you drawn to, Ms. Angie?
Um. Oh, she said she doesn't recognize the name. Um. Oh, I don't know. Let's see. I mean, I was trying to find somebody who I had not seen before,
Mm-hmm.
but everybody looks a little bit. Autumn Ashley. You know what? I've seen that name a couple of times. I like Autumn Ashley. Let's do that. She just asked for a general, and
Yep.
you hit it right on the nail when you asked me for a general. Um, okay. So are things in your life falling apart? Because immediately they showed me a a wagon and the wheels were falling off. Like you were trying to pull it, you're trying to get to your destination, and the wheels are just falling off one by one. One went rolling that way, one went rolling that way, and everything fell off. And it's like you had just fixed it. You had just put everything back together, and then everything's falling apart again and everything's going wild and you're like, what is the problem? Like you have in there is too heavy for you to carry. So there now I'm seeing a 10 of wands, which means that whatever you're taking on a little bit too much stress or more stress than you need to. So that's why things seem like it's so heavy and it's so chaotic and things seem to be um overwhelming to you. And the reason the wagon is falling apart, there's too much weight on it. You like whatever you're carrying is too much to hold, and it's too much for you to get to carry around. So in order for you to continue to move forward, you're going to have to lighten your load. You're going to have to let some of everybody else's problems go. You can't continue to take on everybody else's problems and your own problems. These people are adults, just like you're adult, and you can handle your own issues. They need to handle theirs. You can be a listening ear, but you don't have to resolve every issue for them. I learned a long time ago, sometimes people just need to vent and they don't need to give you an answer. And then sometimes you can just say, well, what do you think you should do? Or what are your plans? Or how do you think you're going to fix it? And then give them a way to kind of think about it themselves without you trying to fix it. If people are always having their hand out because I see this, and wanting money in their hand, you could tell them no, it's just not a financially, I just can't do that for you. Even if you can say no and allow them to fix it for themselves. I used to work in housing and I used to always try to be everything to all of my clients. And one person told me, I always make them come up with 3 solutions before they come to me. So if you have to get to an appointment, what are 3 alternatives you can get to before you have to come to me to get a solution? Do you have a friend that could take you? You always have a friend that you are trying to stay out late after curfew to go see, or that you're going to go and visit, or that is dropping you off. Can you call that person to get you to this appointment? There's a bus pass that we give you every morning. Can you use that bus pass? Is it within walking distance? Is it something that you can arrange? So we would always have to give them three. They would always have to give us three solutions before they could come to us for us to help them and help them out. Like you're allowing them to dump all of coming towards you, but you're going to miss them because you're carrying a load. So imagine carrying something in your hand like this, and it's so high that you can't see around it. You're missing all the opportunities that are coming through to you because you have all these other problems stacked up in front of you, and you're missing your own opportunities. So it's not that your higher power doesn't hear you. They're saying we're trying to help you, but you're disregarding our help to be a help to somebody else. And this is what I tell people all the time. You can't always take everybody with you when you're going. You have to go establish yourself. Like, remember, when they're trying to rescue somebody in the water, if you're flailing all about and being all wild, they're going to let you tire yourself out and get tired. And then they're going to rescue you, because if I try to fight with you in the water, we're both going to get tired out and we're both going to drown. So if you're in a bad financial situation, I'm barely making it, then I'm always helping you, I'm going to now be in a bad financial situation and we're both going to go under. So you have to learn no is a complete sentence, just N-O. No, no, no. And then you'll be able to rise and make it forward. And then as you come up, you can get them suggestions on how to do it. You don't always have to fund it for them or carry them over. You can tell them how you did it and let them be their own vehicle to move forward. But right now, you're carrying a load that's too heavy for you. And that's why everything seems to be falling apart for you. So that's what I got for you, Miss Autumn. And I don't even know if you're here because you're not commenting.
Yeah, Autumn, are you here? Did you leave us already? Say
And she wasn't
what?
even that far back. She was right in the
Yeah,
comment.
exactly.
Hey Pam. Hey Pamela. Oh,
She's
you're
here.
here. So does that kind of resonate? Like, is that what kind of
We lost you again,
thing?
Angie.
Like, you feel like as soon as you get things fixed, because they showed me the way.
She says just listening, taking it all in. Okay,
Okay.
super. Yes, ma'am, she
Okay.
says.
So she got it.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. Okay. Let me see what else I got to add for you in that regard. So are you waiting for news to come? Are you waiting? It seems like you're waiting for news to come in. You're waiting for a knight in shining armor to fix this situation, because that's what this is. You're waiting for that. And I'm told it's a long wait. Don't wait, because guess what? You can't wait. It's like Angie said, you got to fix this. Nobody else can. You can't expect other people to change. They're not going to. They're going to still come to you. And so you're thinking, well, if they don't come to me, I won't. But guess what? They will. And so again, you've got to stop waiting for the knight in shining armor to come along, and you've got to take the Queen of Swords energy. You got to say, hey, it's Mama's turn. I don't need your stuff. I don't want your stuff. Leave your stuff there, because I don't need any more. I'm not carrying your stuff with me. So that's what I'm getting the energy in, is it's time for you to take a leap of faith and tell the people in your life, take care of your own problems. I don't need it today. Okay? I don't need it today. And that's important. And look at this. This is a magician. Again, it goes back to you. You are the manifester. You are the master manifester. If you continue to send that message out, then you'll get the message back. Again, the message is, hey, I fix everything. I'm the one. And I don't care about me. Everybody else care about yourself. And you've got to take the leap of faith that people will follow through, and you've got to make them follow through again. So give yourself a little break, give yourself a little rest, give yourself an opportunity to take care of your needs and stop worrying about everybody else so much, which is quite in line with what Angie was saying as well. Hey, LMT, nice to see you in. And yeah, Pamela Love Ramage, P Love Ramage, I good to see you in. And actually, I noted something to her just a few minutes ago on that regard. Pamela is amazing. Pamela, no matter what's happening in her life, she does her affirmations and she puts them out there every day, and I appreciate that. To see that, she's like, you know what, I'm not going to be deterred. Life will not win, and she knows that there's something better out there and it's coming. And that it's sometimes it's hard to do it, to have the confidence and the faith, But man, when it comes through, it comes through. So I got to give her kudos, major kudos, Pamela, major kudos to you. Let's see, what you got next, Ms. Angie?
To the Ashley lady that I said her name too. I think she's still in there. Ashley, or maybe it wasn't.
We did
Oh,
Autumn
Angela
Ash.
Lovett. Angela Lovett.
Angela, Angela, let me find it.
General, please. She's right under Pamela Ramage. Miss Angel, Angel. Maybe it's Angel. Angel, is that Angel? Angel. Maybe I need
Angel
to put my
what?
glasses. Angel Lovett.
Okay, there you go. Yep,
Lovett.
yep. Okay.
Miss Angel, are you still here? You're welcome, Miss LMT. We had a nice conversation. Joe, see, you said General.
LMT says, thank you, Angie, for literally shifting her mindset today.
That's good. I'm glad. I was checking something for my microphone to see if they would allow me to turn it up, but they don't allow me to turn it up, so I don't know. Let's see. So Angel, are you still here? You didn't respond, so I don't know if you're here. I don't want to start your reading if you're not here. I do have a message for you. I do see stuff for you, but if you're not here, I'm not going to go ahead and start.
She's
Okay,
here.
you're good. Okay. So they told me you're ready. That's the first thing I heard, and I heard the time is now. So there seems to be a shelf, like a shelf that you would have in a bakery or in a restaurant in the back, like one of those silver racks that you would like dry dishes on, or that you would stack goods or foods and things on, and it says you're ready. You're looking on the top shelf, you're looking for something, and they're saying the time is now. The tools, the time is now. I see the magician, and they're saying you're ready to go. Just go ahead and move forward. It's time to go ahead and get started, and go ahead and move forward with this idea. You're very nervous about something. Are you a chef? Because I do see, like, I see a hat now. The first thing they showed me was like you're in the back of a restaurant, or you're preparing for something. Are you about to graduate from like a school for cooking? There's something to do with cooking. They keep showing me over and over and over and over again. But you're ready for it. You're ready to go out and get started and to just hit the ground rolling. Like, you seem to be very talented at whatever you're doing. And they're saying, what are you waiting for? We've given you the go ahead. We've told you, we've blessed you. We've given you dreams. We've given you all kinds of clues to let you know you're ready. What are you waiting for? They're like just saying, go ahead and start, not a chef. Oh, radiology. Okay. So that's what the white coat, because I'm like, I see a white coat. Okay, so you do have on a white coat, and that's what the shows are. So they're saying, just go ahead, you're ready. Are you about to graduate? Um, Oh, you're in school. Okay. So I feel like are you like I keep hearing top of the class, like maybe you're in the top maybe 5 of the class, or you're doing very, very well, but you're nervous, wondering if you're doing well, if the teacher likes you. I feel like the teacher not necessarily picks on you, but calls on you a lot because you seem to be knowledgeable, or just to test you and to catch you off guard. A lot of times they'll do that. Angie, what does such and such mean? And I'll be like, and I already know the answer. It just takes me a minute because I wasn't ready. But you seem to be very knowledgeable. You also seem to be very kind to like manner. But you seem to really enjoy what you're doing. Um, and so there's, yes, my professor is, yes, always on you, because he or she, I feel like it's he, a male, sees the potential in you and just pushing you and pushing you and pushing you. I feel like there's going to be an offer to continue on, or to go to like do some kind of special program, or some kind of what do they call it, specialty afterward. Like maybe you're going for regular whatever, and then they're like, oh, would you like to do this specialty, or I think that you would be good for this specialty, and they're going to ask you to do it. But I do see it. I do see this. When I see this, that means that money's coming. So right out the gate, I feel like you're going to get a good job, or you're going to be offered an opportunity wherever you do like an internship or something like that, You're going to be offered good money. Stay focused. Stay where you are. I feel like there's a love interest in the background that's kind of chipping at you like this, that maybe keeping your focus away. And they're saying, stay focused. Keep your eyes on the prize and don't listen to what's going on back there, because that person is either going to be there when it's all said and done, or they're going to move on. But your focus is this person will come and go easily. So stay where you're supposed to be, and they're either going to support you or they're going to move on, but don't let them deter you. So that's what I got for you.
The only thing else, I was picking up for you, Angela, is that make sure that you divorce yourself from what comes at you. Don't let it rent space in your head. Don't let it start eating away at you. When something comes at you like this, or your professors come at you like this, like water off a duck's back. Let it go. Let it go. You have too much to learn. You have so much information to absorb, and you have tests in front of you that are going to confirm your knowledge or show you your weaknesses and knowledge. You don't need to hold on to the other stuff. That's baggage you don't need to use. It's brain cells that are being wasted. So as you move forward, if you run into a situation where you feel like a professor's coming at you or somebody else is coming at you or whatever, who cares? Let it go. That has no impact on your ultimate thing. And because, again, if you let it rent space, it's going to, it will work slowly against you getting the grades you deserve and getting the accolades you deserve. So again, as you move forward, don't care what anybody is doing and saying. Focus solely on what you're doing and solely on you getting through and getting your opportunity, because that opportunity is bringing a lot of this abundance and money. Okay, so that's about what I'm picking up for you, and which connects, of course, what Angie was saying. So there you go.
I love it. The information for her seems to be very positive. Like her energy seems to be
Absolutely.
good. She's very nervous about it because she's a perfectionist and she kind of wants to do very, very good. But the energy feels very good for her. Like I really like her energy.
Yeah, yep. And again, if you're not careful, you can take that energy and it can eat you alive. So again, just let it flow. Let it flow. Water off a duck's back, you know. Oh my God, I don't like your dress today. Who cares? Oh my God,
Hey,
I don't like
Andre.
your attitude today. I don't care. You don't have to like my attitude. I'm coming to class. You know what I'm saying? Again, who cares? Do they write your check? Do they pay your rent? Do they put food in your mouth? Then it doesn't matter. Move on. And I'm serious about that. When I went through, I've been through so much education. You all know I was, I undergrads, law school, you name it. Been through so much, and also the real estate schools and all the more. You know what? If I got tied down in what everybody else thought about me, I would never have time to learn anything, and I'd be sitting probably in a whole different situation. The reality is in the end, you know what? They don't pay your bills. They don't feed you. They don't keep a roof over your head. So you have no one to answer in that regard. Until they do this, bye-bye. You mean nothing to
Exactly.
me. And when I get my A and I become an honor student and you're sitting there getting your D and you don't pass your exam and therefore you can't be a radiologist, that's on you, not on me, because I did my work and I didn't buy into your BS. So that's how I see it. And that's what I say.
Exactly.
And guess what? I
Exactly.
passed my bar exam the first damn time.
And let me tell you, Don, I was a person that would party, party, party. But when it was time to do my studying, I can remember falling asleep at my desk, waking back up, getting myself together and studying again. Because I knew listen, first of all, my mama didn't play. She wasn't paying for me to go to school to be acting no fool. And second of all, I came there for a purpose. When it's all said and done, if I didn't come out there with a degree and all I had was debt, that was on my own fault. Like you have to know that balance, and you have to know how to shift your priorities when the time is right. And I mean, sometimes love don't live here, and you just got to go with what's best for you. Because
Exactly.
at the end of the day, you could be all in with this person or all in with what somebody else say, lose your mind, lose your degree, lose your career, and then lose them too, because they were only there for while you were riding high. So
Yep. And
always stay
Angie,
focused.
you hit on something that's so important. Um, I'm not saying everybody needs to go to college. I'm not saying that fits everybody. There are vocational schools. There are people who don't need any of those things because they have a different life track. But I am telling you this, that for those people who get into college, for those people who want to go to college and then they get into college, You have been given an opportunity. You have been given a golden ticket. Now you can imprint on the ticket what you want based on what you do, but you've been given a golden ticket. And there are a number of people who would love to have had that golden ticket that couldn't use it for many reasons. It could be economic, it could be socioeconomic, it could be the way in which their life turned out, it could be their lack of the intellect that necessary. Whatever the deal is, I'm not saying anything specific, but what I am saying is when you get the golden ticket, when you get any golden ticket, be it a Votech school, you get into a Votech school for heating and AC or electrical or plumbing or whatever, and you blow it, you know what? You need to kick yourself in the ass, because guess what? There are many people in line for that same slot. And so if you don't take complete advantage of it, then ask yourself, how selfish, and I don't mean to be rude to everybody, but think about it. How selfish of you that you filled a slot that you wasted, that somebody else would have taken advantage of if they had had the opportunity, but they didn't get that gold card. You did. And so when you get that golden ticket, if you don't take advantage of it, if I'll be I'll be in your crosshairs. I will not be somebody being like in that, because I know I come from a background where most of the people in my neighborhood, higher education was never part of their plan, never going to be, because they couldn't afford it. I was fortunate because I got grants and scholarships, and just worked my ass off 3 jobs to make sure I could pay my way through school. And I did it, and I didn't complain, because guess what? I got my golden ticket, and I understood the value of that golden ticket. And in life, over time, that golden ticket has paid me back immensely. And so I will go over and over and over this again for everybody. If you get the golden ticket, whatever that ticket is, again, if it's an opportunity in a Votech school, if it's an opportunity to get into an internship and a career situation, if it's an opportunity to get a real estate license and get into with a broker who can grow you and help you, to whatever it is, if you don't take advantage of the opportunity, think about it, how you wasted a ticket somebody else could have used and would have used if not for you being in that position. So,
Annie, we're not doing them any readings in any particular order. We're just kind of good, but you have a love question, so I'm pretty sure we're not gonna be connected to your energy, because I've already said I'm not doing that. If you want to know if A's current feelings are for you, ask him. I mean, that would make the most sense.
Exactly.
There was somebody else I saw that I really thought I wanted to read, and I forgot who. Oh, this Catlina, last name Catlina. Any general reading for me? Is it Multival Kohler Catlina? Are you still here? Andre, what you doing? And how you end up finding my page?
Catalina, I don't see her.
Last name is Catlina. First name is
Okay.
Multivolo. Multivolo.
Oh, I see this one.
Yes. Are you? Yes, General. I thought they said with love, love.
Yeah, they are here. They are here.
Okay, good, cool. Okay. I saw that book on there, so I have to get that out of my head, because I think that distorted what I was seeing for a minute. So let me get into your energy again. They show me you running, like there's a finish line and you're running to this finish line, but there's something that's pulling you back. Like there's a big rope, or there's somebody that has a band around your waist and they're holding you back. So you're just running, 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 running. It would be the equivalent of like a hamster on a wheel. Like you're putting all this energy in trying to get to the finish line, but something is holding you back. I now see the hangman, so I'm assuming that maybe this is the universe holding you back because you're not ready to finish yet. There's a little bit more that you need to know, because now I see the Hierophant. And for me, the Hierophant is like learning, traditional learning, education, lessons, traditional institutions. So maybe there's a little bit more knowledge you need to gain before you get to the finish line. So you're running, 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 trying to get there. But what they're saying is you're expending too much energy trying to get to a place where you're not ready to go yet. Just slow down just a little bit. think about it, and then you'll know what you need, what more you need to know. It's kind of like I'm ready to be a doctor, but I've only done 1 year of school. Like I've only done 1 year of pre-med, and I'm ready to get to the finish line. So I'm running, trying to get to graduation. And they're like, there's a whole bunch of things you need to know in between. You need to concentrate on the here and now. Yes, the finish line is where you're trying to get to, but in between, you need to concentrate on these things. Like we were just telling the last person, stay focused on what's at hand and getting, moving forward step by step by step. And you seem to be just expending a little bit too much energy trying to get to a place where you're not ready to be yet. The finish line is there, but it's like, and they're not pulling the finish line away. They're pulling you back, 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 because you're moving too fast toward a goal that you're not ready to reach yet. And so what I'm hearing is, be mindful that you're actually getting the lessons. You're not just checking them off. Like you're just not like done, done, done. Like a lot of times when we have online trainings, and you ain't heard this from me, a lot of times we'll just skip through, guess at the answers, because if I get 80%, I pass. And it doesn't really matter whether I got all the education or all the learning from it. You're just kind of skipping through. So they want to make sure you're getting all of the information and you're committing it to what you need to know. Do you know what step 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 is? Or are you getting step 1 and then you're like maybe getting step 3, but you don't know that 2 is very important too? So they want you to be mindful of every step along the way, along your journey, and not skip anything because you seem to be missing a piece. Like they're showing me a puzzle that needs to be put together, and there's pieces that are missing. There's pieces that you're not that you don't have, but you're trying to make it all go together and make it be a complete picture, and that you're not ready for. So just slow down a little bit. Make sure you're getting all the information that you need and everything that all, like you're absorbing the information. That's the word that they want me. Make sure you're absorbing all the information. So are you in some kind of training program, or are you a new hire somewhere and they're training you and you're just eager to get started and you're kind of missing things, and then or or you're like, oh, I'll learn it when I get out there, or when I get in the field, and they're saying, no, these things are important for you to know before you get out there, so you're not tripped up by people asking you questions and you don't know the responses. So
Yeah, I
that's
was
what
picking up
they're saying.
something about education myself, and I was like, "What's the story with education?" And because I was
Okay.
picking up
Oh,
very
you're a
strong
teacher.
education
Oh,
vibe.
let me tell you, and you know what? They showed me the picture of one of my first student teachers. Like I can remember being in 7th grade, and she was a very nervous. Like she was a really nice lady, but 7th graders are mean as hell. Like all the boys and stuff would tease her. You could see her trying to write, and she was very knowledgeable, but she just didn't have a very good command of the classroom. Like soon as our teacher would step out, the kids would just go, just batshit crazy in there. And so she was very good, but she was like, our first class was probably the worst class you ever want a student teacher in. Like they were just knuckleheads all the way around. And so they're saying just kind of slow down and get your footing, and then get feedback from the students. Like, did you like this? No, like, are you understanding? Like, I remember a lot of people saying, okay, do you understand what I'm saying? And I'll be like, oh, okay, well, what about this, and this? And don't be afraid when they ask questions. Allow them, like, does anybody have questions? Does anybody have questions? Does anybody have questions? To make sure that they're getting their understanding. You seem to be pretty good at it, but you're just rushing a little bit, trying to maybe check off the points. Maybe like, oh, they need to know all of this by the end of the year, and so I got to rush through. And they're saying just slow it down a little bit to get where you're supposed to be. So I hope that helps.
The other thing I'm picking up is that do you have an outlet to
Frustration.
to like a valve for frustration? Because I'm picking up that you need that. I'm picking up a little bit of a depression situation, a frustration and depression. And I don't know if it's yours or whether you have some students you're dealing with that. But I'm picking up some anger and some not some anger, some like it's just like this feeling of angst, and but also depression. So and you need a valve. You need somebody or something that you can turn to and have a conversation with, to make sure that you are releasing and expelling that kind of energy. It cannot stay in you. You cannot exist with you. You have to let it go, because you will be getting that plus more along the way. So if you have not yet found some source, be it a therapist, or be it a peer group, or even a spouse or a significant other or friends group that can help you deal with that, you need to get that, because I do feel there's a lot of that going on, and I think you
The
need to
anxiety is at home.
Yeah, it needs to be dealt with. So don't let it fester. This is not healthy. This is not healthy. And I felt that coming through. When I say I felt it, I don't feel. I'm not an empath, but I was being told anxiety is a problem here, and also it's leading to depression. I think I wonder. I'm feeling like you're questioning yourself, and you're having all kinds of other things now that are coming because of this. Don't go there. Don't go there. Get a valve.
They're questioning whether they still want to do this as a teacher, because I was going to say, I see you maybe going on leaving that school, going somewhere else, but you may be thinking about leaving the whole profession as a whole and doing something else, like, oh, what else can I use this teaching degree for? And it's hard. Listen, teaching is not for the those without a strong will. You got to have a tough skin to deal with the kids. You got to motivate them. You got to deal with all the restrictions that are within the education system. You got to hit all these little points that they make that the children need to know. So it's a very stressful position, and then they don't always pay that well. I do understand that, but they keep showing me like Abbott Ella, one who is a little bit more senior than you. They didn't like buddy you up with like another teacher who's been doing it for years to give you some tips on how to do it. But if not, then try to talk to somebody in that with just kind of organizing and try and staying focused on it. But I do feel like you are overwhelmed by it. You have the passion for it, but it's just very overwhelming in your first year, all the restrictions and restraints and everything they're working with the kids, but down myself at times. Okay. And then it listen, you met this teacher, he had her for like, I think third or maybe fifth grade. But she said, I just can't handle the kids that big. I like the little grade. So maybe you just kind of have to find your niche as to what area you like. What kids do you like? Are you better with the littles? Are you better with like that middle age? Or do you, because woo, the mouth get real strong after after sixth grade. So you just find
That's a
where
whole
you
different
are.
level. That's a whole different
Exactly.
level of
That's a
drama
whole,
there.
and then you got to deal with the mama too and a daddy too, like, so just find out where you group that you like to be with, or what subject you like. It may be the subject that you're teaching, so you'll figure it out. They're just saying, stand strong and stay in there. You're going to get what you need to be, but I don't know that you're going to stay at that school. Maybe you'll find another school, maybe a charter school, or maybe something else. I see burgundy. They keep showing me burgundy white. Is that the school colors, or is that a charter school? Usually when they have me, they're showing me like burgundy or maroon shirts and tan pants. So for me, that feels kind of like that. So maybe that's where you're going next, if that's not where you are now. But I'm hearing hang in with the career as a teacher. You'll find your niche. The first year is just really hard sometimes. And don't let your doubts overwhelm you. Look, these are little kids. You already got your degree. They ain't even got. They trying to get where you trying to get. And listen, I had a teacher that would tell us that all the time. I already got my degree. I'm trying to help y'all get to yours. So she would remind us. And sometimes that would settle the kids down to be like, listen, they do nothing, or you can try to get where you're trying to get. And so please try to move, we get this lesson done or we can move on. But you seem to be like a really nice person to want to be too stern with the kids or too kids. And so you're trying to be kind of friendly with them, but you'll find a mix. I had my master's program. She was like mean to Halloween. So she was like I was mean till Halloween. And then the rest of the year they would ride it out. Mean I was, and then I could soften up, but I was mean until Halloween. She said, I'm mean to Halloween, and after that, then I'll soften up. But I had to set the authority and the place in there. It was funny to us, and she said it was lighthearted, but that's how she kind of got command of her classroom because they thought she was so tough, and then she would just kind of, sweeten up as it went by. But she had to establish her classroom before because she felt like when she started off trying to be nice and friendly with them, they would kind of take advantage, and she would then have to tighten up, and it will be harder to tighten up where it's easier to loosen if you were already a little bit strict with the classroom. So that may
Yeah,
help you.
people appreciate that. It seems the opposite way. You're right. If you're a hard ass and then you loosen up, they love that. But if you're a nice one and you harden up, then they get pissy about it. So that's it.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, those are your favorite colors. Tell me that. So maybe that's your motivation. So hopefully that'll help you out and that'll help move you forward. So good luck. Don't fret. You'll make it through. You're going
Exactly.
to be a great teacher. I mean, you are a great teacher, but you're going to
Yep.
be one of those teachers that people remember. Oh, I remember Mr. Such and Such, or I remember Mrs. Such and Such because blah blah blah. So they'll remember you. You just kind of have to get your footing and understand where you're going to go, and just
Yep.
like journal about it too, so you can see like maybe do like a first year teacher journal, worked and what didn't work, and that may help you out too, just to be able to go back and see of your thoughts. Okay, today was a good day because we started it off like this. Today was a bad day because I did this, and then you could kind of see what works and what doesn't work for you.
And make sure you find a support network of some kind, a group that can help you to have just conversations, so where you can vent, because again, that is part
Or
of
take
the anxiety.
kickboxing. Maybe you just need to kick the shit out of some stuff at the end of the day. Just, woo, Lord.
With that said, next person. But before we do, I want to remind everybody my book was released March 31st, went to #1 new release on that day. Love it, love it, love it. It's called The Ultimate Power of the The Ultimate Power Within, Unleashing the Magic of Affirmations. And here's the commercial for it.
Dive into the realm of self-discovery with Don Rumer-Rivera's latest masterpiece, The Ultimate Power Within, Unleashing the Magic of Affirmations. This riveting read takes you on an enlightening journey exploring the transformative power of affirmations. Unearth the magic that lies dormant within you. Change your life, your environment. Don't wait. The book's now available on Amazon. Your journey towards self-empowerment starts now.
There you
I have to go
go.
run
There
and get
you
my
go.
book.
There you
Look,
go.
y'all, it's not even a thick read. Look, it's not that thick. It's very thin. It's very nice. It even has pictures in it, so you're not going to be overwhelmed by it at all. Look, I love it. And look, see, it's not that hard. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's a nice finish on it too. I do like that. Like it's a soft finish. It's an easy read. You could probably take this to the airport, be done with it while you're waiting to get on the plane or while you're on your flight. Easy read. Not even that hard. You'll love it.
Thank you,
Got
Miss
mine.
Angie.
Look, and I'm going to take it right over to Don's house and be like, can you please sign this for me?
Absolutely, absolutely. If you have a birthday this week, last week, or next week, this one's for you. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. All righty, all righty, all righty. Okay, next, let's see
Um,
who is next, Miss Angie.
there was somebody I saw. Um, this Jasmine Bodini or Bodani.
Oh yes,
She keeps asking should she change jobs or stay in her actual work. Um,
she is persistent.
and let me tell you what I heard, Don. Am I the drama? Could it be me?
Yes, yes, yes. I was thinking the same.
I mean, think about it. If okay, is a change you what the like okay, you're still here. Okay. So it's a change in perception of what's going on. Today, me and my friend were having a discussion. We're very frustrated with the tool that we use to do our work in, with all the changes that are going on. And what I told her, she said, did you hear about the new change that's happening today? I can't believe blah, 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 blah. I said the best thing that I can do is I can't not make the change. These decisions are being made at a pay level that is way higher than mine. I can't say that I'm not gonna do it. I have to do whatever it is. All I can do is document my efforts. If it causes a delay in our cycle times or us getting our work done, I have notes as to why it's being done. So you can see that this change that you made, this is the flaw or this is a problem that is causing, but I document well. I can't worry about things that are above my pay grade. So if your issue is you're frustrated with the process or with decisions that are above your pay grade that you can't change, then you're going to have to change your perspective on it. Only thing I can do is my job. I can notate what the issue is. I can notate what I'm doing in the process and how I'm following along in the steps. But if the issue is that you just don't like the job that you're doing or you're not happy with the work that you're doing, then yes, you should be able to change. You're asking your higher power because you don't seem to want to make the decision. They're showing me the two of swords. You don't want to make the decision because you want to be able to say that it was somebody else's input or my higher power told me, something told me to go. That something is you. What is it that you want to do? If I could wave this little magic wand right here and say, okay, Miss Jasmine, or Yasmin, I think that's your name. Um, um, tomorrow I'm going to call you, or somebody's going to call you, and this is the job that you're going to get. What would that job be? What hours would you want to work? What pay would you want to make? What days of the week would you want to work? Do you want to go in office? Do you want to be at home? What is it that you want to do? What is it that every single day when you wake up, you could do it? This is that for me. Every single day I could do this in this capacity, on stage, in front of an audience, wherever, on a podcast, wherever. All those things I could do that because I love doing this. This doesn't pay the bills as well as my other job does. So I have to do that job and this until this job can pay all my bills. So what is it that you want to do more than anything if you could? And so remember, it's an eclipse, so you can speak it. This is just manifestation season. So what is it that you want that you could have that will make you want to get up every single morning, get dressed, and zone into that job? What is it that you would want to do? And if it's not what you're doing now, how can you take the steps to get to that job? Because I feel like your frustration isn't so much with um what you're doing, is just kind of like your attitude toward the job or work in general. I feel like it needs to be an attitude adjustment regarding work in general. Just like I'm going to have a positive mindset. Like I was telling Don before we started this doing the live. I wake up every single morning. I say my affirmations. I believe in infinite abundance. I am so thankful that all my wants and needs are being met. And then I say, all the information that I need today is already on its way to me. I'm going to be in a meeting with such and such. He's a difficult person. We're going to be at peace today. We're going to meet eye to eye. We're going to exchange information. We are going to have a good day. And I command my day to be good every single morning. I tell the universe how the day is going to be for me, and then I wait for it to unfold that day. I don't get up and then go into work and then be mad that the day didn't start out how I wanted it to be, because I never told the universe what I wanted. So what is it that you want to do in order to make it? So as far as staying or going, that's your decision. Do you like what you do? I love the job that I do. Am I frustrated with aspects of the job? I most certainly am, but I still go in every single day. If nothing else, if nothing else changed, I would still get up every single morning, log in and go to work, because you know what? I work remotely from home. The pay is good. I enjoy the variety of tasks that I do, and I enjoy helping people in the capacity that I help them in. So if all those things aren't fitting for you, then you don't need a psychic to tell you to go. You know that you need to go, and you know why you need to go, because I gave you 4 reasons why you should be able to go, or why you may not want to do that job. So that's all the information I have for you.
Super, super. Yeah, and it's interesting. Um, you just never know. You just never know. But you got to do something. Make something happen. That's the way I see it. Super. Well, hopefully it helped you. And
She
let's see,
said
who
it
were you?
depended on her supervisor. You're staying or going. So if they give you a bad evaluation, you're going to leave. Why don't you automatically just go to them and say, is there anything that I need to work on? Is there anything that you see that, I need to improve on? Like I ask my manager that all the time. Is there an area that you think I need to work on? Is there something that think that I need to focus on? And a lot of times I'll think that I'm doing a lot worse. He'll be like, oh no, you're doing great, blah, 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 blah. You have to ask, this is your career. This is your future. How do you want it to go? You can't leave that in somebody else's hands. So you
Yep.
decide.
But I think you're right, Angie. Sometimes we build up in our heads something that doesn't exist because of a fear or a lack of knowing,
Mhm.
and yet we're more afraid to ask the question than to know.
Yeah.
So it's
Or
like,
comparing ourselves to another coworker. Oh my gosh, she's been here. She knows this. She knows that. Maybe she's been there 10 years. So maybe what you think that she is so great at, she may not be that great at. If at 10 years, maybe she should be at a supervisor level. And if she's still at the same level as you, that may tell you something. I mean, just think about it. So
yeah, and
don't
maybe
compare
she is
yourself to
also
other people.
facing those same kind of insecurities. It's like
Exactly.
you just never know. You never know what's behind that door until you knock on it.
And you staying or going shouldn't be dependent upon somebody else's evaluation of you. You
Exactly.
should already know what you're doing based on how you're finishing your day or how you're finishing your task. Like I know how many contracts I finish at the end of the week, at the end of the month, at the end of the term. And so I know about where we should be. Like, this is our goal for the year. How close am I getting to that? How should I break that down in 12 months? Am I getting harder tasks? Am I getting easier ones? Like, when I thought I was doing so bad, my manager said, "No, you got a lot of the ones that were very difficult, that took a lot of that took a lot of time. You got a lot of newer people, and you had to teach them the process." So where I thought, "Oh my gosh, I'm taking so long, I'm not getting this done," he was like, "No, we get a lot of feedback that says you're very helpful, you're very this, you're very that." And so my evaluation of myself was a lot harder than what my supervisor thought of me. So I hope that helps you out. But I don't really see you leaving. I do think that you'll get a better evaluation than you thought. But I think you should go proactively and talk to your supervisor before you have it, just to get a gauge on what you may need help with, or just to say, hey, like, a lot of times people just want to have just want you to engage them or ask them a question, and so you may just need to go to your supervisor and engage them in some kind of way.
Yeah. And there's also one other point there, too. If you're thinking about leaving, being forced to leave, or making that choice, then maybe you need to be looking at the door, because if you are thinking that, then maybe you're not totally committed to what it is you're doing. So, you may want to consider that. I don't know. Not my place to say. I'm just thinking about it. When you start looking at the door, there's a reason for it. There's a
Exactly.
definitely a reason for it. I don't know.
Exactly. What is that gut feeling? You have a gut feeling. That's your higher power talking to you. That's your person you pray to telling you what you should do. But let your gut feeling be based on actual intuition and not fear. Don't let fear feed you. Let your higher power and intuition feed you.
Exactly. Next is Miss Penny Haggerty. Miss Penny Haggerty, are you still with us? Everybody, if
Okay.
you are on my side of the ledger on a YouTube channel, please pop over and visit Miss Angie's YouTube channel. Click right here on the instructions down below, or use your camera, whatever you need to do, and get over there and make sure that you subscribe to her YouTube channel. This is the easiest way to do it. Once you do it, make sure that you turn on those notifications, which usually do come on already. And therefore, anytime she goes live, you will find her easily, because you'll get a pop-up notice. The best part is, if it pops up and you're not interested, move on. That day you may be busy. Another day you may not, and you may be saying, darn, now I have to find her. You don't have to find her. By doing that, you found her, which is nice. So that is for Miss Angie. Make sure that you reach out and connect. And if you're on her side, I invite you to come and join my side of the family as well. And this is how you do it. And again, the same rules apply. Click, punch, tab, whatever you got to do. Make sure that you subscribe. I would appreciate it so very, 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 very
Exactly, because
much.
Don will be on in the morning with Miss Shauna, and I won't. So you need to be subscribed on both sides, because Don will be here back in the morning, and I won't be back until Sunday. So you need to get it as many ways as you can get it. And tell some people that we're out here. Share, share, share. Like, comment, subscribe, share, share mostly, because people will see it, and then people will want to join it. Or tell somebody about us, tell somebody to come and, tune in and ask a question. We love new questions.
Exactly. Well, Penny is not here, but how about Miss Quelly May?
Oh my goodness, Don. I was looking at that name too immediately. I was like, if Penny's not here, then we could do Quelly May. Okay. I like the name too. I
Sounds
definitely
good.
like the name. She seems no nonsense. Like she would pop your hand with a spoon. With a wooden spoon. I get it. I get that authority. Are you a person that like, I feel like you're like I keep hearing the word seamstress, like maybe you sew or you create something, or there's a product that you make that you can sell or something, some kind of craft or something that you do that can make you money. Yes, Samantha Magnan, we do see your comment. Or some kind of craft or something that you make that you can sell. Or is there a food or something? There's something that you have that is a regular skill that you're not tapping into, that you could be making money off of, is how I see it. And I'm hearing get paid to do something that you love, or get paid to do things that you love. Like, you really, really seem to have a lot of different, or maybe it's a lot of different things that you could do, and you could be making money from them, and you don't seem to be, and you don't seem to think that it's a talent or it's a skill that would make you money. And they're showing me that you could, like, they're showing me like, they're actually showing me, like, I keep hearing the word seamstress. I see like maybe you cook, and things like that. this person is anxious also. So I get that there's many different ways that you could be making money. And I keep getting tamales. Is there a reason I keep seeing tamales or something like that? Like you have a lot of different talents or a lot of different things that you could do. Oh, selling bags too. I used to be a regional manager and for okay, okay, good. Okay. So you do have a lot of I do. And oh, you like selling bags too. Oh, so do you make the bags? Is that what that is? You make them because I see you sewing something together or putting something together, and maybe you're just not utilizing the free internet to advertise that. Like a lot of times, you could just post things and people will be like, "Oh, what is that?" And then let them know that they're for sale or let them know that you have these items, that you make these items, you can customize these items. Because I do see a lot of money. It seems to be something that you do that it brings you enjoyment or that brings you some kind of relaxation or kind of gets you out of the real world anxieties and just gives you something to kind of mellow out with. And they're saying you could get paid for it, you could make good money with it. And if not replacing your primary income, definitely being a great source of a second income. So I'm getting that you really should try to make money from doing. Oh, should you get back into housing? Oh, if you can do your business on finance and get back to housing, most definitely, because you can get into housing and then you could teach a finance class or a finance class to your clients, or you could do online finance classes. There's a lot of people that are doing classes online where they're teaching you stuff, or you could do little YouTube videos or little TikTok videos where you be like a financial tip of the week, financial tip of the day. It's tax season. This is what you should be doing. These are the kind of things that you're doing, and that could drum up business and get people to watch you because you're giving them little tips. A lot of things that I buy online or that I subscribe to or that I become interested in is because I saw a little video of them advertising. Listen, we're voyeuristic. We like to see things being made. We like to see things being done. We like to get into your world. And if you're going to give me something that's helpful, then I'm definitely going to come back over and over and over again, or try to buy your products. So you could get financial tips out. Again, if you get back into housing, you could do financial classes for your clients, show them how to do their own taxes. You could help them to do financial literacy. You could sell your financial literacy course to somebody else. You could help somebody else with their finances. There's a lot of things that you could do in that arena. It's just, how do you want to market yourself, and what is it that you want to do? Like, what do you want to dedicate most of your time to? And finances seem to be something that you just know really good, and you could just kind of do that. Like I could set this course up and I could just rinse and repeat, do that over and over and over and over once I get the nuts and bolts of it down. So that's just something that I do over and over. Or maybe I sell the link to the video, or I sell the access to the video, and I make money off of that, just one course that I made, and then I bump it up to something else, or I do something else. So there's a lot of ways you could do your financial course with also doing your housing, and then also with selling your business. One is, it's not mutually exclusive. Like you don't get to do one and you don't have to do the other. You could do all three of them and make money from all three of them. So that's what I got for you.
Yeah, the only thing additional I was picking up, again, I was picking up the purses as well, but be careful with the materials. Make sure that, I don't know if I'm not saying you do this, but if you get some knockoff Louis Vuittons, be careful with the knockoff Louis Vuittons and things like that, because I'm picking up purses that are very much like designer purses. So I don't know if that's what you're into and you kind of sell those. I don't want you getting caught in the crosshairs of government and private industry, creative private industry, we'll call it that way. So be careful with that, because I did pick it up, and I do think you have talent. I know you have talent. I can feel the talent in your ability to create what you like for your purses, which will then sell. So make sure that you're using your own products, creating your own products. Don't fall into the category of selling something that's close to knockoffs and putting yourself at risk, because that will not serve you well, and it could wind up backfiring against your career as well. So please be cautious about that. I'm getting caution flags on that, and that's why I'm bringing it to your attention. I am not saying you do it. That's not what I'm saying. And if that's the case, then whatever. But again, that's the warning I was getting. Okay. Oh no, I get it. Authenticated, yes, designer. Okay, just making sure because I was picking up some false flags there, and it was
And I
bothering
keep
me.
hearing the word prom, like prom is coming up, and that's a very good group of people that you could sell to, or that you could focus on right now. Like, you guys need to be like people who have goods and services that are for sale. You need to be really advertising now. It's graduation, it's prom, it's, about to be summer vacation. Like, I have a relative that does hair, and I say, look, kids are about to get out of school and go visit their other parent in another state. You could be doing a special on braiding, on protective styles for children who are going to go out of town. So right now you need to be advertising summer special on braids, summer special on hairdo. You could be doing all kinds of prom specials, all kinds of graduation specials. Like, you have to go with the season and be ready to advertise and be ready to allocate your time to those things. So it's about to be prom season. Are these handbags that these kids will want to take? Are these gifts that people will want to give at graduation? Are these things that people would want to have for the season? Like, it was just Easter. Would this be a bag that I would have wanted to carry for Easter? How are you utilizing the internet and the seasons and just the natural ebb and flow of consumer buying power and wants and need and supply and demand to help you move along? Like, what are you doing to move that along? A lot of times we think, oh, I got the product, and if I just wait, they'll come. But what are you doing to help that along? You got to do something. Don has so many commercials, so many posts, everything about his book. And how did he debut as a #1 seller? He put in the work. So are you putting in the work to make this happen? Like, he wrote the book and he could have just been like, here you go, and then let it go. But he did all these other things to make sure that you knew that they were available, and to make sure that everybody knows. Like, is there a tagline on your email? Like, on Don's email, there's a tag that says, here's a link to go get my book. Here's a link to this. And, like, to let you know. So he's marketing himself in every single way that he could. Are you doing that? How will we know? What's the name of your website? What's the name of your business? How would we know? That was the first thing you should have said. Is, I sell designer purses. The name of my business is blah, blah, blah. We support people who come in here. So what is the name of your business? What is your website? Do you at least have a Facebook page? Do you have an Instagram page? Do you have anything where we could go and find you and be like, oh, these are the goods and services? Do you have anything in your financial literacy courses that we could look up and be like, oh, here's an ebook, here's a pamphlet, here's some tips? What do you have that we can support, or that we can share with others, or that we ourselves could indulge in and support you?
Angie, I'm gonna have to hire you as my PR, my office administrator and PR person, because you just always speak so well for me. I'm like, damn, I wish I could be so eloquent myself. Lord have mercy.
I just be so proud of everything you do, like, because you really, really open my eyes. Like, you really helped me to be like, oh, that was a good thing that you could have done, or that that was that was a very genius idea. And it's just a little thing. None of these things that you're doing cost anything. The internet is free. I tell people that all the time.
Yes,
Social media is free, and everything Don is doing is pretty much free,
yes.
except for like the bookmarks and things that, or the other things that he's thinking about doing. Those things may cost just a little bit, but most of the stuff is free, and it doesn't take much for people to know who you are and you to go viral.
That's true. That's true. And tomorrow night, by the way, tomorrow, I haven't gotten the link yet, but tomorrow, Mind Body Fit Method, which is a podcaster, a national podcaster, has interviewed me for my book. And because it fits within his criteria of using the mind and the body, the mindfulness and the holistic approach. So he has interviewed me, and he put it all together, and it'll be on his podcast starting tomorrow. When I get the links and information, I will post them to my social media pages, so y'all can go to the thing and see it. And I haven't seen the final product yet myself. He
I'm
tends to edit
excited.
it a little
Is
bit.
it video and art? Is it video, or is
Yes,
it just
it's
art?
a
Oh, it's
video
both.
podcast.
Okay,
Yeah,
good. Oh, I
but
love
you'll
it.
be also able to hear it audio only as well, depending on the
Okay.
situation. Yeah, so I'm excited myself. I've not seen the finished product, and but it was a great experience. And this guy's been through amazing things, and he has interviewed some really cool people. He actually has interviewed Schwarzenegger. I mean, so I'm like,
Oh my gosh,
I was like,
celebrity.
okay, I can be in that category. I'm okay with that, you know.
I like it.
Yes, yes. So that's
Miss
coming up.
Quelly listed her the name of
Excuse me.
her business, and how you can contact her.
Yes, and Quelly May. One more thing, by the way. Um, don't take this too personally, but did you fall and bump your head? Because when you ask us for a love thing at the end, it's like you must have fell and bumped your head because you must have missed half of what we said already. If you want a love thing, that's why I've got Bonnie's thing right here, Quelly May. Go to YouTube, subscribe to this woman right here, Miss Bonnie. Miss Bonnie on Calling on Angels Love. She loves a love reading.
And you
So
definitely don't want
follow
no
her.
more love reading from me because I am the Grim Reaper of love, honey. Of love readings.
Exactly.
Of love readings,
So
honey.
yeah,
Listen.
so yeah, no, we don't do that, don't do that. No love readings.
But all of the information about your business is good. Like I do see good things for you and lots of opportunities. They're just saying you need to market yourself
Yes,
better and get your information out there for people to kind of find you. But this is the information on Little Farah's Treasures. Why isn't it Farah's Little Treasures? Little Farah's Treasures, and is that at Raquel a la Bling? Raquel a la Bling? Blang? I don't know. I don't know.
something like that. Something,
Where
something.
you can go and look and find the purses. She's on Poshmark, so these are the
Mhm.
places where you can find her. So go and check it out, and then let her know that you found her through our website or through our live, so she'll know that we did try to help, or that it does help to just get the word out there.
Exactly. Bonnie says, "Don't let Angie fool you. She did a love reading last week." Bum 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 bum.
It was not. It was not by. It was not because I wanted to. It just fell all out of the cards. It just like love just jumped out of the cards, and I was like, well, I guess I gotta say it if they tell me I gotta say it. But I'm not going in. I'm not going in deep for it. Oh, your daughter's name is Farah. Okay, I like that. Okay, all right, that makes
Exactly.
sense. And that's another reason. Like, are you advertising that? Like, people love a nice story, a backstory. Oh, little Farah, is your daughter on there? Do we know why? What the name is? Those are all good reasons to help you get advertising or to help you move forward.
Hey, Kelly Dix, welcome in. Kelly said, "Hey guys, set up a new YouTube. Too small to see comments back on Facebook. No problem. It's good to at least have the account, Kelly, because again, the good thing about the account is when you are subscribed to us, each of us, when we come live, you'll get the ding, and then you can go to Facebook and find us, which is great. So again, the best part is YouTube can give you the ding that lets you know that we're up, and then you can pop over to Facebook and see the bigger
But
scales.
you
Use
can
it to your advantage.
also cast your YouTube to your TV. A lot
Yeah,
of times when I'm listening to Don and the rest of them when they're on and I'm not on, I just cast it to my TV or I pull it up on my TV. A lot of us have smart TVs, and so you could just pull it up on your TV or on the same place that you're watching YouTube, Facebook. You can also watch your YouTube. And I like to see us big up on the screen because to me that feels like a TV show, kind of like the talk or the view. Like I feel like that's us. We're a panel of people talking about things, and so I always like to watch it on TV because that's where I aspire to be, is on TV. So I put us where I want us to be.
exactly. Missy, are you still here? Missy Allen Tupper, are you still here? Let me know. And then Samantha Madigan. Yes, Samantha Madigan. Samantha was wondering about um, is she going to get a car? She's studying to take the driving test, and she's wondering if she will get a car. What are you picking up there?
You know what? I saw that earlier and did you miss an opportunity to get a vehicle a couple weeks ago? Because I feel like you're asking because you missed out on something that you felt like was a golden opportunity. Like, dang, I should have bought that car, but you didn't have all your credentials or you didn't have all your ducks in a row. So you feel like you missed out on an opportunity. And then they reminded me of the same issue I was having with my son. I wanted to buy him a car. He hadn't turned 18 yet to get his official license. And they were like, just wait, divine timing, my annoying best friend, divine timing. Wait for all your ducks to be in a row. So even if you found a car right now, do you have the money to pay for the car right now? Do you have the license to be able to get the car in your name? Like, don't put the cart before the horse and then make the horse push the cart. Make sure you stay in divine timing and you stay in alignment. Let me get my license first and then I'll move on to getting a car. You're worrying about, am I going to get a car? And I haven't even got my license yet. If that's how I read it, I do remember you saying you were trying to get your license. If that's not what I heard, or
Yeah,
you're going to apply
she's
for it
going to
now.
take the test, I think is what she
Okay,
said.
all right. So, I mean, most people want to know that you are legal to drive the car that you're trying to buy. So try that first. But are you able to afford the car that you want? Like, Do you know what the car, what rate it is that you can afford? Do you know how much of a monthly payment you can afford? Because a lot of times, if we don't know that, they'll convince us and be like, "Oh, it's only $20 more, or it's only $40 more," and then by the time you get with everything, you're paying $100 more than what you said. If you're at a firm 350, stay at a firm 350. Don't let them tell you 370. 350 is my top. That's where I'm staying. You either bring it down to my top, or we're just gonna have to go somewhere.
Yep. And that's a game that sometimes they
And I
play.
walked away from people, and they're like, "Oh, it's only $20. Cut it and bring it down to me, and don't make me come up to you." And so, you have to decide, like, how much is gas? What kind of vehicle do I want? How far do I have to drive? Like, all those things have to come in there. Can I afford it totally? Even after I get my license, is it something that I can afford? Can I also afford the insurance? So think about all those things. Yes, you want a car, but are you able to maintain all the expenses that go along with it, including like the oil changes, the tires, and all of those things? So, do I see you getting a car? Yes, I do, but I don't. I'm honestly, I hear in the next 6 months. I don't feel like it'll be immediately. But did she say she was going to um?
To test?
Oh, she does have her license. Well, then what was it? What did she say about the test? Oh, she was going to apply for the loan. Oh, you're waiting on your credit report. Okay. Because I'm like, I thought I heard her. She was waiting on that.
I
I
thought
feel like it's going to be, she said she was getting her license.
I did too.
Okay. But I feel like it's going to be a couple more months before you get it. I don't feel like it's going to be immediately. But what was your answer to whether you whether you did you miss out on an opportunity to get a car a couple weeks ago? Because I feel like you missed out on that, and you're feeling like you don't want to miss out on it this time. Is that true? Was that true? Oh, you're still getting your lessons. I don't know what that means.
It says I'm doing driving lessons. Will I get a car, please? So you don't have to take a test. Is that what you're trying to say?
I don't understand what that means. You have your life. I don't know. Okay. You didn't have your credit report. What? Praise the Lord, people. I do feel like it's going to be at least 6 months before you get the vehicle. I do not see you getting it before summertime, because I see all the flowers are in full bloom, and the trees seem to be full of leaves. So to me, that's more of a summer thing. So I feel like it's going to be a couple months before you get it.
Samantha, I'm not sure we understand what the L's in Australia first, then the P's. I guess those are levels of tests or something. So but the question is, do you actually have a driver's license now, which I think you said just a few minutes ago, or are you working toward getting a driver's license?
Oh, you want an interest-free loan? Is that what you're saying? I mean, um,
Good luck on that one.
most banks are in the are in the business of making money. So giving you an interest-free loan means that I'm just gonna hand you the money and let you, and you just no.
Yeah, and most car companies right now, they are selling cars quite a bit, so they don't need to give incentives for 0% financing. Good luck if you find it, but especially if a used car, I almost guarantee
Oh my gosh, Don, they're saying
not.
that those are so in demand. Like the company that I bought my car from 2 years ago has been emailing me like crazy. We're in the market to look for a car. We're in the market to look for your vehicle. Used vehicles are high demand, so they're trying to get you in a newer vehicle and take your used vehicle so they can resell that at a higher rate too. So
So
they
with
do
that,
it for people with low incomes. Oh, okay, well there you go. Well, if you already know that, then why are you what? Lord help us all.
next, let's go to
I still
Missy.
feel like it's going to be a couple months, Samantha,
Yeah,
before you get the vehicle.
Missy is here, and Missy, what you got from Missy there, Miss Angie?
What did she want a general?
What did she ask for earlier? I can't recall exactly. Can you remind us, Missy, what you had asked for earlier? It's been a while since you popped up, but your name kept resonating with me. And Missy, I'm looking for your message, but while I'm getting it, I'm asked about Tom's health. How is Tom's health? Do you know a Tom? And if you do, is he having issues? Because I'm getting something about you're curious about Tom's health, or you're kind of worried about Tom's health. Does that resonate with you? Does it resonate with you? A general, she says.
Okay.
But also, can you answer me that question, Missy? Do you know a Tom, and is there a health issue there, a concern?
Oh, he passed away.
Oh, well, I guess that would. Is this more recent? He was
It
my
was her
husband.
husband. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Uh-oh, now.
Well, wow, that took a turn.
Look,
I
is he
did.
here? Is he here? Is he here?
Uh,
Is she wondering like if he suffered? Could that be it? Like maybe she wondered if
hmm.
he suffered or if he was.
And this was recent. This is more recent. Um, because I'm not getting old energy. So did he pass more recently? Was he not able to walk, or was he having issues with walking
2 months
2 months
ago.
ago? Okay. And at the end, was he having issues with walking or something? Because I'm getting the feeling of a bent over kind of like this. I mean, he wasn't. Uh, um, um, anyway, and Missy, if you don't want to go there, let me know, because I mean, I jumped right in. I thought for sure it was on this side. I apologize. But because sometimes it's a little too raw after 2 months. But if you'd like for us to explore this a little bit more, I will. But know that again, that the energy is here then, because I'm like, wow, how did I get that? So know that he made it clear to the other side, and he's well again. I had to help him. Yeah, to walk. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and yeah, and not only that, but he was. I hate to say it this way, but he was broken by the time he left this world. By the time he transitioned, went across the Rainbow Bridge, he was broken and he was ready. It was time. It was time. And you told him that, okay? Because he's telling me that you told him that he can go now, right? Brought him home to pass. Yes, but you were there with him, and you told him he can let go, that it's time. He can, when he's ready, he can cross over, and he thanks you for that, because he needed to know that you were ready too. He was worried that you may not be ready, and he would not go until you were ready as well. So know that he is here. Know that he is fine. He is healthy. He is walking upright again, because again, he's showing me with his back straight up again. He is also showing me a younger him, where he was more. There was a time that when he was younger and he was healthier and he was hiking and climbing and all those things, and he was very robust. And that's the image that he is back in now. He as soon as you confirmed it, his bent body straightened up and he became younger. So know that he is happy, healthy, and good, and on the path. And he said that when time comes, he will meet you on the bridge. He will take you home. So don't know that when your turn comes, don't fear it. And I'm not saying it's coming. Don't go there, please. I'm not saying it's coming anytime soon. But what I'm saying is, know that when your time comes, you will not be alone. That he will meet you on the bridge and he will walk you over. Okay. Yes, he loved baseball. Absolutely, I got that, because he was very. When he straightened up, it was like this younger, more athletic person. So know that Tom is here, and know that Tom loves you, and that he's over there, and all is good, and that he will meet you. He will meet you when time comes, and he will be there when you need him. Call him, talk to him. You will feel him. He will come and stand behind you. He used to kind of walk up behind you and kind of like press against you a little bit, and you like that. You like the feeling of that protection. And so when you miss him, don't be surprised if he does that same thing. He'll walk behind you and stand right behind you. You'll feel the energy. You'll feel that pressure. That's him. Okay. He will be there when you miss him. He'll be there when you need him. And more importantly, when your turn comes, he'll meet you at the bridge. Okay. Whew,
Um,
that took a turn I did not expect.
is she waiting on some money? Is there some? Are you waiting on some money or something that is slow coming? Because I got the Knight of Pentacles, and I feel like you're waiting on some money or something to come in, and it's taking a long time. And I kind of get the feeling that he's trying to tell you to be patient with it, or that it's coming. The money's coming. So, are you waiting on some money or something
An
that's
insurance
supposed to be
policy,
coming
maybe?
in? Mm-hmm. So I feel like you're waiting on something, but it's coming. And I also got the a transition, like you're transitioning from like that world where you had your spouse to a single life, and it's kind of hard, or just moving on as a widow. And
His
I'm
life
getting that
insurance.
he wants you to move forward. His life
His
insurance.
life
Okay,
insurance.
so it's coming. I feel like you overlooked something, or there's a piece of paper or something that you're overlooking, because I see paperwork, or I see something that is it something that they're asking for that you haven't given them? Like, are you waiting on the death certificate or something? Because sometimes you have to show that. Is that what you're waiting on? There's a piece of paper that you're waiting on to get to them, and it seems to be that's what the holdup is. and he's telling you to be patient. It's coming because he's of in after he was gone, and so he's just saying be patient because they keep showing me the temperance card, like it's coming. You just gotta let it happen. So you're not sure if there's something that they're waiting on. Like what is the insurance company telling you? Like what are they telling you the problem is? Is it a document that they're waiting on, or is there something else? Oh, mm-hmm. Yeah. So is that what it is? It's like you don't know. Listen, let me tell you something. When it's my money, I have to call and find out if he been gone for 2 months. What's the problem? What is it that we're waiting on? Do you need a piece of paper? Do you need some kind of document? What is the issue that's coming? So I know when my dad passed, that was the one thing that we needed was a death certificate to show that he had passed.
Exactly.
And then also in order to
Yep.
get his Social Security benefits,
Yep.
if you're of that age, you need to produce the death certificate so there are no. So is that what you're waiting on? That could be what they're waiting on. Your daughter sent it and they sent the death certificate back. Well, what?
Be careful because maybe that was did you send them a copy and you cannot send a copy? You must send a certified copy. And that may be why they kicked it back. And check that out. Usually they require a certified
Yeah.
copy of the death certificate.
Yeah.
Yep.
Luckily, when my dad passed, my uncle, his older brother, he told me to get like multiple copies. He told me, he
Yep.
was like, listen, you're already got to pay this price for one. The additional ones are this price. Just go
Yep.
ahead and get them at the lesser rate. So I think we ordered like 4 or 5 of them just so we could get
Yep.
them to whoever we needed to get
When
to.
I
So
practiced
make sure.
when I practiced law, I would tell my estate folks 10, order 10. And
Yeah.
you know what? If you need to wipe your nose with them down the road, who cares? But 10 because you need more than less.
Yeah,
Because
and you're only gonna
insurance,
pay that full price for that one, and then
yep,
every other one is like a
$3
fraction
or
of the cost.
something.
It's yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Oh, you have 5 of them. Yeah,
Yep.
that's good.
Yeah, make
So
sure that when you send the certified copies to the insurance, you send them to your the investment portfolio people, whoever have like accounts, financial accounts, they're going to want original death certificates, certified death certificates. Again, make sure you do the originals. Do not
and
send
if
copies.
the stuff is in your name and the daughter sent it, that could be the issue also because we were calling on my mom and dad were divorced, but he left his policy in her name, and so we were calling. They wouldn't even give us any information about it because we weren't the person, or they need you to contact them. So that would be the one thing. But the money is coming, and there seems to be some kind of document or piece of paper or something that is necessary for you to move forward. Was he in the military? Is there some kind of military benefit or something that you're trying to get? Because it seems to be like several different things or several different um things that are associated with it. Like um with who he was or where his sources of income could be coming from or where your sources of income could be coming in his in his passing, but you're going to be okay. That is one thing he really does want you to know, is that you're going to
Yep.
be okay and that you're transitioning. Don't hold back living your life for fear um of missing him too much. Like, I know you're grieving, definitely go ahead and grieve, but also look forward to the celebration of his life. Like,
Mhm.
try to celebrate it more. Um and think of significant times as celebrations and positive memories, and not so much dwelling on how they passed. Oh no, military was a school. No, military was a school. I don't know what that means. No, wasn't in military. He worked for a school. So maybe the school, is that what you're saying? He worked for a
I
school.
think that's what she's saying is she wasn't military. He went to a school. He was a teacher at a school. Taught, it was something at
Okay.
school. I don't
So
know.
that could be the pension that you're trying to get. But it seems to be multiple layers or multiple sources of income that you could get. And so
Mhm.
make sure that you are um checking all those sources. And I know it's overwhelming because it's only been 2 months. And I can guarantee you, without my uncle, I would not have been able to navigate it at that time. And I was about maybe 25 when my dad passed, and take it one thing at a time. Each day, try to do something else. Maybe tomorrow you call the insurance company. Then the next day you call maybe the school, or his, or whoever you need to find out about that retirement, or maybe let Social Security know the next day. So work on each things one at a time. Don't let them all overwhelm you, because a lot of times when I have too many things to do, I don't do anything. If I
Yep.
have a list of 10 and I can't figure out which one I want to do, 0 are going to get done. But if I decide I'm going to do this one thing today, I'm going to do this one thing tomorrow, it's a nice, manageable list. So just decide what things you want to do. And if you need somebody to support you, like his daughter, let her do it in conjunction with you so you know what's going on and she knows what's going on. But she's a help to you in order to help you navigate the situation.
Yep. I like Kelly Dix's comment too. It's to celebrate his life. Don't let his life be a sorrow and grief. Absolutely. Again, and that's why he came in and specifically let you know he's healthy and whole again. So again, celebrate the fact that he is capable of doing things he used to. So again, he's good where he is, and that's where he needed to be. And so know that. Absolutely. Great job. Angie says, Bonnie, absolutely.
And I have to show you this because Miss Bonnie sent us this while we were talking, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. Can you all see this? This is Miss Bonnie watching us on her big screen in her living room.
Exactly.
This
I
is
love
her
that.
big
Yep.
giant screen. This is us on the screen, and she's watching us in full. That's how I usually watch it, like that, like on my little shelf or on my big screen. That's her watching us on the big screen. So I hope you guys can see that.
I better put on some more makeup. I need to get prepared. What is this?
We're on the big screen.
Yes, indeed. I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Exactly. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. Yes, you will keep his memory alive. Is there something about cake? What's the pink cake? For what's the cake? Or is his birthday coming up? Or something like that. There's something about celebration or cake that's coming up. Make sure you eat the cake for this celebration, whether it's an anniversary, whether it's your wedding anniversary or his birthday or something. There's something about a pink cake, maybe strawberry cake or something like that, or just cake in general. There's something about cake that he wants you to, that maybe he liked, and that he wants you to continue to enjoy. And that's something that I do on my mom, on my grandmother's birthday, on my dad's birthday. I go and have the kind of cake that I knew that they liked, and I celebrate. Like I enjoy it. Listen, I'm gonna eat that cake and enjoy every memory of them while I eat that cake. And for my dad, it's a drink because he used to drink CC Classic, Canadian. Was it Canadian Club?
Canadian Club.
Have me a shot of Canadian Club.
Mm. Did you see? Something got by me. I didn't know how it got by me, but did you see Kelly Dick's little message there?
No.
Don, I never asked for a reading. I asked for a reading from Shauna and Bonnie and ended up with a love reading.
Oh, my Lord.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Well, you went to the right person because if you're going to get a love reading, they're going to give you one. Well, not they. Bonnie will give you one. Shauna kind of has the same addiction we do. It's like...
Well, I hope it was a good love reading, meaning like you about to get a fat reward from somebody coming to just love on you forever.
And there you go. There you go. And Kelly, you may want and need that, so that may be a good thing. I don't know. Keep us informed, Kelly. Let us know what's happening over there.
Exactly. I love that. Look at Miss Bonnie just throwing love all over the place, just blah, love everywhere.
Natalie said, I made a picture collage for my cousin's memorial, one for her family, one for her best friend, and one for her friend's daughter. Well, last night I was trying to get it together and it kept knocking out of alignment. Was that her knocking it out? Well, maybe I'm not saying it's knocking it out, but maybe she was letting you know she's there or that the energy is there. That's a possibility. That's for sure.
That could have been her just thanking you, just being like, a lot of times we're just what's the word I want to gratitude for you even taking the time to do that. So that could
Exactly.
be getting your attention. That may be the only way to get your attention is to kind of throw things around or mix it up for you. So that could have been a positive energy. I can't confirm yes or no.
Kelly says Shauna had a good laugh at that love reading. Lord have mercy.
I like it.
Yeah, I'm the same way, Kelly. If I stumble into a love reading, it's only because I stumbled into it. Very seldom does happen.
Right into it.
Yep. So you can count on your hands the times that I do it. So. Andrea, are you still here? Andrea 54, are you still here?
Oh, I like her. She's been on here a couple times.
Mm-hmm. And she always brings a positive, good energy. Andrea, are you still here? She wants to know if Archangel Michael has any messages for her.
I remember reading her comment earlier thinking like, is that the only person you want to know about is Archangel Michael? Like, is there anybody else that could be giving you a message? Or she's still here? Okay.
Yeah, it's interesting because I kind of excluded, I didn't exclude, but she's still here. Good. Yeah. I was thinking when I read that, I'm like, I'm going to see if I get any message because I think any and every message is equally important.
Oh Oh my gosh, that's so funny. And I think Bonnie just done threw the spirit of love on us because I heard the song that I heard is "What's Love Got to Do with It." Are you thinking about what? I don't know if you're in a relationship, but are you thinking about like? Because I heard "What's Love Got to Do with It." So to me, that's kind of like I want to walk away from something. And then the Page of Cups came out, but it came out in the reverse. So the reverse to me means that it's not someone coming to offer you a cup of love, or that is bringing information about a cup of love, or with a message of love. It's maybe you have something that you need to communicate to somebody else in a relationship that's kind of hard, or that's kind of difficult to express. So do you need to have a conversation with a significant other or somebody, and it's a difficult conversation that you need to have? And then the card that's on the bottom of the deck was stand your ground. That means that you need to be firm in what you're going to say. So you have something that you need to say, because pages is that's communication. That's you needing to say something. It was in the reverse, so I feel like that's you needing to speak on a difficult situation. And then I got stand your ground, so I feel like it's a difficult conversation that you need to have with somebody. It doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic partner. It could just be anybody who's in a close relationship, like an intimate family situation or a friend situation, and you need to speak your mind, or you need to speak your truth, and you're having difficulty coming up. You're having difficulty on how to approach the situation, and I'm getting stand your ground. Make sure you're honest about how you feel and and what you truly need to say, because otherwise you're just going to end up back in the same place. Because I feel like you've kind of maybe gone round and round with this situation, and they're saying know who you are, know you're in that Empress energy, know who you are, know what power you have, know what your level of authority is, and know who you are, and speak your mind clearly for this person to know, for them to be able to understand what you're trying to communicate to them. So that's what I got for you.
In addition, Andrea, I think you've got a lot going on. You have a lot. You have a lot happening in your life. I think you need to stop and make sure you're getting some rest, because I feel like you're not getting enough rest. I feel like you're kind of overwhelmed. Um, don't worry. The work you put in will pay you back. So don't feel like somehow if you're not accomplishing as much as you need when you need it, don't worry. It's going to still work itself out. But again, find the temperance, find the balance. You must have a work-life balance where work and home and happiness and all those things come into balance. Again, yeah, the work is there, but guess what? It's always going to be there. So put it in perspective, make sure you're getting the rest and you do what you can. And then when whatever doesn't get done, leave it till tomorrow, but don't fret about it. Get the rest, make sure that it will pay off in the end, because again, whatever the work is being shown. Okay. And then ultimately, again, find that balance. Be careful not to overextend one way or the other. That's not a healthy situation. So keep that in mind as well. Liz McIntyre, thank you for popping in, and thank you for the comment about the book. It's interesting. She said I took a break from reading a really good book, and I told her, I said, Liz, I might be psychic, so let me guess what the book was about. Affirmations.
Exactly. Oh, it's Miss Liz. She gives great hugs. And Miss Liz, whenever you're coming in, I know you're gonna let Don know, but let me know, because I want to come in the shop too. I just miss giving your hugs. But
Yes.
back to Miss Andrea. Whatever this is a heavy emotional situation. And I mixed the cards up because the death card came out and I put it back in there. This is a transformation for you. The death card means that you still have the ability, or you still kind of have the control on the decision on how this transition through life. So this is definitely a transition. It could be a spiritual, mental capacity, your mental clarity, your spiritual clarity, whatever it is, you're going through a transition, but you're still in control of the situation and how it moves forward. So remember to stand in that control. These are all the things that are saying stand where you are. And this is a heavy situation. This is a situation that is requiring you to have strength. You did say it was about a boyfriend and him not keeping it up. Sometimes you just have to be frank and be like, look, either we gonna do this together, or we're gonna have to do this not at all. Like I can't build a man over and over and over and over again. I can't keep waiting for you to do it. And I do understand the economy, but I do understand that there's a lot of places that are hiring. And so, you know what I'm saying? You can only be a support up to a certain amount, and then that weight of carrying both of you is going to break you. So it's a serious conversation. It is a heartbreaking, heavy conversation, but it's a conversation that needs to be made. And I do see you struggling with the kind of words or how to be able to say it. And you may just need to sit down and just be like, listen, we need to have this conversation, and it is what it is, and set some demands. Like, regardless of whether this is a heavy situation or not, let me tell you who don't care about it. The person who your landlord, the person you got to pay that car loan to,
The
the person
grocery
who got
store.
to get them groceries. Exactly. None of those people care about how heavy this conversation is. All they care is, do you have the money to pay for those things? And so, though it's a heavy conversation, it's something that you really are unsure about how to start. It's still a conversation that you need to, and just ask your higher power, please help me and guide me to be clear in what I want to say, but also to be kind in the way that I said it, but also still strong and stern in letting you know that this situation cannot continue. At some point, I'm going to have to listen. As nice as my landlord is, or to my management company is now, let me go a couple times without paying that rent. Them letters gonna start popping in, and them legals letters ain't gonna have no smile on it. They love me to death right now because I'm paying the rent, but when I stop paying that rent, all that kindness will go out the door, because legally they have the they, you know what I'm saying, they have the right to, to get me out of my place. So you need to stand your ground and make sure that your ducks are in a row and that you are well taken care of in this situation. And if this is not keeping a job, it seems like it's a repetitive cycle of something that you're doing over and over and over again. And if you've already discussed this with this person and you've helped out as much as you can, sometimes people just have to fall and then pick themselves back up, and then you move on without them.
Yeah, and again, that eight of wands is very clear that you've been carrying a big load. Again, more than you can accomplish. And then the four says you need to give yourself a break. You need to give yourself the four swords. Remember, I pointed it out. So the eight of wands is like you're carrying a lot, and the four wands, you need to give a rest, and you're gonna have to make a decision. That judgment card. That judgment card is very clear, and you need to find the balance. If he isn't stepping up, then maybe he needs to step out, but that's not my choice to make, or Angie's, it's yours. But you know when it's time. You know when you've given all you can, and at one point you have to say, I have no more to give. There's nothing left in the tank, and believe me, people will understand that. The people are probably already thinking, damn, what does it take? What does it take for a house to fall on you before you get to the point? I don't know.
And
So
listen, even your higher power is gonna say, well, how many times I gotta bail you out for you to just jump back in the boat and let him pour all this water back in there? And not to say that he's a bad person. I don't know what the situation is or anything like that. Only you know, but you have to make that decision on how you want to move forward. And it is a very heavy thing. But your
mhm.
higher power seems to be there with you, guiding you along and helping you. You just have to go ahead and be able to say it. And again, that would be the one thing I would ask my higher power. How do I approach this situation and still be
Yeah. And don't be surprised if they're not already nudging you. They've already been telling you. They'll tap you on the shoulder. They'll push you along. But eventually that 2x4 will hit you. And guess what? I have a video just on that because I heard it today from Valerie Bertinelli herself. The same thing. And be careful that does not happen to you. Here we go.
So when I started on this healing journey about 2 years ago, my life was like really unmanageable, and I got shut. You know how the universe or God kind of like taps you on the shoulder, you don't listen, kind of gives you a little push, you don't listen, shoves you to your knees, you still don't listen. I got shoved on my ass, and so I needed to really change the way I was living.
And that is what spirit will do. They'll nudge, they'll push, and then eventually they'll hit you with the 2x4. Metaphorically, folks, we're not talking violence, or they'll fall on your ass, and then you're like, what the hell? Why did this happen to me? And you're thinking, like, oh yeah, wait a minute, I was given warnings, I was told, but I didn't listen. And we don't want you to fall on your ass, and we don't want you to get hit by the 2x4. So again, you know the nudging, you've heard the spirit's been pushing you. That's why you came here, that's why you're having this conversation. So
even ask about Don. She didn't even ask about it. It just flew out of there. Just
exactly. Yep. Super, super. So with that said, wow, the confirmations for me, absolutely. Okay, super. Well, with that said, Angie, who is next on your list? And no, Miss Dix, I do not want your Norwalk virus. I had a virus when I got back from Spain, which kept me away from everybody for 2 weeks. That's why y'all didn't have me for a month on here, because I was a mess. So no, you can keep that virus. Thank you, Miss Dix.
look at my face. No, I don't. No, not at all. No, I don't want anything that you have.
Do it. No, don't do it. No, 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 no.
No, absolutely not.
Exactly. Yeah. We don't need that. No.
It's Kelly.
Thank you, Kelly, but no thank you. No, thank you.
All right, Miss Andrea. We hope
Sorry, Angie, we lost you there for a minute there.
I hope that that gives you a little bit of peace and love.
I
And
got you now.
you know,
Yep.
it just said it was
Verizon commercial.
buffering. It was buffering. So okay.
Okay, don't forget, folks, by the way, my book on affirmations is out. This is how you can get it. It is on Amazon. The best part, if you don't want to click on a button or anything else, you go to Amazon and type in my name, Rumer-Rivera. Guess what? The book will pop up. Or The Ultimate Power Within, the book will pop up. Check it out. I think you'll find it very useful. And more importantly, this book does not tell you to go out and buy 10 other things to fix your problem. It doesn't tell you to take a pill. It doesn't tell you to do anything else. It tells you to take the power from within yourself and make the shift and change. So the best part is you don't need to go about buying other things and making these magic systems work. It's not about that. This is all about what's inside us. We're born with it. We already have it. All we have to do is tap into it. The book is very clear about that, and it instructs you on how to do it. So I advise you guys get this book. It will help you to understand and appreciate the fact that you've got it within you. You're like Dorothy with the Wizard of Oz, clicking her heels 3 times to go home. It's already been in you. All you have to do is bring it to life and make it work. So please do me a favor, check out the book. If you like what you see, then buy it, and I would truly appreciate it. With that said, who is next, Miss Angie?
Either Natalie or I don't know who else is in here. Who else wants to read it? Natalie, I did see her, and then
I'm trying to find her entry. Natalie, is it general or specific? Oh, I see. Thank you both. I just had it. Damn, I missed it. Oh, there it is. Natalie, is it general or specific? Or are you here still? Did you leave us? Oh, and Max Ma is here too.
And then this, I don't know, their name is in a different language, but it said, oh, Anjali. Can I ask a question about my next career step? They're on Facebook, and I have no idea how to say their name because it's in a different language.
Okay. I don't see Natalie stepping up. Let me find the other one. Anjali. Is that this one?
It's that name, but she has a big comment that says her name is Anjali. It's under Andrea 54 Hector saying been thinking about leaving him. 2004. Yep. Yep, this is it. Yep. Cool. All right, she's here. Okay. Is this a good time?
Do you? It's interesting. You said you're changing careers, but do you have a career now, or you have a job? Because I'm feeling like you have a job, but I'm not sure it was a career so far. I get the feeling like you kind of took this opportunity because it was an opportunity that could pay you, and so you took it. But for some reason, I'm not picking up career already. But I do see you wanting to do something that can be quote unquote a career. The biggest question I got is that why are you resistant to one-on-one communication? Because I feel like there's some kind of block with you in communication. You don't want to do customer service. You don't want to kind of do the interacting with people. And is that a communication problem, or is that something that you inherently are uncomfortable with meeting people and strangers? And I don't know. I plan to change career now for good. Yeah, I understand that. But anyway, it's interesting. I think you've excluded a large swath of possibilities because again, I feel this energy of you not wanting to be in a face-to-face situation. And I think you may want to find out what is at the heart of that because again, I think that you would do very well with that. I think that you can communicate well when you want to, but I think there's a fear factor there. But what's causing that fear? That's what I'm trying to help you understand. You said, what's better for my career that I need to change? That's what I'm trying to get at is I think that you have blocked out a certain segment of careers because again, you're uncomfortable with the one-on-one, but I think you need to find out why that uncomfortable is and get beyond it because I do think that you would excel in situations where you are one-on-one. I do think that you communicate well and you can connect to people. It's good for me to start business now or change work. That's what we're trying to discuss with you, my dear. What you got, Angie?
I immediately got her face to face with somebody, so I do feel like that's that communication you were talking about. Immediately, they showed me her one on one or her face to face with somebody else. Um, and when I got career change, I didn't get a yes on that. When I asked a question about a career change, I did not get that. I got more. What is it that you want to do? So I can ask the pendulum like um should Anjali change her career um and start a new business? And look, that's a no immediately. No, you should not start your own business. I just don't think that you're ready for all the commitment that goes along with it, or whatever the start of the business is. It's going to be a lot of work, and I just don't know that you're ready for it. You don't know what your next step is, but what is it that you want to do? You keep saying, I don't know what my next step is. Well, first of all, you have to decide what is it that you want to do. If I wave this magic wand and say, hey, Anjali, tomorrow the perfect job is going to call you, or the perfect business opportunity is going to call you. What is that going to be? What is it? What industry do you want to do? What is it that you could wake up every single day and do over and over and over and over and over? Are you a cook? Is that what you want to go into? Do you want to cook? Because I do I smell like foods cooking, and I see you like really enjoying the aroma and tasting and serving other people. So do you cook in some capacity or in some kind of way? Is that what you're trying to get into? um I just feel like you need to know what it is that you want to do so that you'll know your next step. If I don't know what it is that I want to do, then of course I don't know what my next step is. If I want to be a doctor, then my next step is finding a job, is finding a school to go to be a to go to for medical school. If I want to be a lawyer, then it's to find a law school. If I want to be a IT person, then it's to find a IT program. So your next step is dependent upon what you want to do. So you can't just generally say, what is my next step? Because your next step for me, or what your higher power is telling me to tell you, is decide what you want to do. What is the job that you want to do? You want to start a business, but not sure if it's good for me now. You keep saying that over and over and over again. And because you keep saying that, that lets me know right now that you are not ready for it. Because when you're ready to start a business, nothing holds you back. I'm ready to start this business. So you know how many years I've been doing this? 3 years or so. Me and Don have been on live doing this, about 200 hours a month, a year, doing these lives, doing these free readings, building up our business, building up our clientele to get people to come in, building up the things that we do in the community so that we could do this the way that we want to do it and make the money that we want to make doing it. So if cooking is what you want to do, then do you need a certification for that? Do you need some kind of um like, here you need a food handler's card in order to be able to work in a kitchen, or even to be able to work in a restaurant? So what is it that you need in order to get out there and cook? What kind of budget is it? What kind of food do you want to cook? Who do you want to serve to? Do you want to do it out of your own restaurant? Do you want to work in somebody else's restaurant? Do you want to sell prepackaged food? Like, what is it that you want to do, and how do you want to do it? So your next step is dependent upon what you want to do, because there's many next steps. So for you, your next step is deciding what it is that you want to truly do. So if you love cooking, okay, how can I make money from cooking? Can I sell food in my own shop? Can I get a job in a restaurant? Can I sell items that I can prepackage and distribute out? Can I go to a fair? What is it that I could do? So your next step is, what do I want to do? And then all the information will come to you. The reason that you seem to not know what to do, or how, or whether you should start your business, is because you haven't even decided what business it is you want to do. You just want somebody to come and be like, oh yeah, I see you as a doctor, so now you can go to med school, and then you can go, and then that's the decision. But if that's not what you want to do, then don't do it. I tell people all the time, what if the Lord tells you to go and be a nun? The Lord know not to come tell me to be a nun, because I'm gonna be like, absolutely not. That's just not in my wheelhouse. You have to speak your piece. It's a co-creation. What is it that you want to do so that they can help you funnel it into that way? So she says, if what spirit guidance message? I just gave you a whole set of advice. Obviously, you're not listening to any of it. You need to decide what it is that you want to do. Is cooking what you want to do? That's the first question. What is it that you want to do? What is the career that you want to start? And then I'll tell you what your next step is. So just tell me what it is that you want to do. If it's cooking, then what are the credentials that you need in order to be able to prepare food, sell food, work in a restaurant? So that would be your next step. If it's to be a doctor, what are the requirements to get into medical school? What are the requirements, or what is the tuition going to be? You have to decide. You want someone to tell you what to do when you don't even want to decide what it is that you want to do. So that's all I have for you. I can't tell you what to do. You have to decide what you want to do, and then I can tell you what your next step is. So that's what I have for you, Miss Anjali.
And also, if you open your mind and you close off your preconceived notions, your spirit guides will probably speak to you and tell you and give you some direction. They'll if you listen, if you just listen, believe me, your spirit guides are there, they're active, and they will guide you. Sometimes we choose not to hear because it's not the message we necessarily want. But if you are careful enough, you will hear it and spirit will give you some direction. So coming to us is wonderful and so forth, but we are merely the deliverer of the news that goes back and says, hey, it comes back to you. And if you opened your mind, your heart, and your spirit, you will find what you see there is the answer that you're searching for, as long as you take your ego out of it. And also, believe. I mean, why else are you here but to confirm your belief? So let's do this further, one step further. Take that leap.
I agree with Kelly. She does seem a little bit scared, which is why she wants somebody else to make the decision for her,
Mhm.
so she doesn't have any accountability for what's going on.
But ultimately, it begins and ends with her. Exactly. Max, are you still here? Max Ma, are you still here?
There was somebody else too. Gosh, Max.
Hey,
Oh,
Terry
True
T.
Me.
Oh my goodness, nice to see you in.
Terry T's
Lord
here,
have
but
mercy.
True Me is here too. That person, we haven't read in
Oh
a
yeah,
long
we
time.
haven't seen True Me in a long time as well. Okay, Max, you are
Terry
next,
T.
and then True Me. So Terry T, how are you doing? How is life treating you? And Terry T, my book is out finally, so make sure that you watch for it wherever you are. Let me show you the thing. Again, it's on Amazon. The Ultimate Power Within, Unleashing the Magic of Affirmations. Remember, I talked about it so
Terry
many
T. I
times.
never thought I would say that I miss your drama.
I know, and all of his wanting love readings. Lord have mercy. Therefore, in the end, he was always about love readings.
Listen,
Maybe,
Miss Bonnie be on there all day on Wednesday morning. You ain't came on there and asked her for a love reading yet.
I know she's probably missing you as well. Lord have mercy. Max, do you want a general or specific? Oh, you have already said general. My bad. Here we go. It's
And Miss
general.
Max, please write down what we're saying, because I know we read you about 2 weeks ago. I remember me and Miss Bonnie reading you. And I just want to make sure that you are actually applying the information and remembering the information that we're giving to you.
Hey, Sherry Berry, nice to see you in, my dear. It has been a while
Sherry
since we've
Berry
seen you.
too? What?
I know we feel like we're
I'm gonna
honored.
have to roll up on Sherry Berry at work, because I think she avoided me. She got her new boo.
Ooh, Sherry,
So
do tell.
she gonna pull up. She gonna try to pull out her parking space one day, and I'm just gonna be sitting right behind her, like, you ain't going nowhere. Get out this car right now.
Little witchy woman. Come on, Sherry. Share the news. Come on, spill the tea. Come on.
Oh, she's
You're,
in Missouri. Okay, I won't be mad because I know you with your daughter. Tell her I said hi.
absolutely, absolutely.
Okay, Maxie. She wants a let's see.
Max, I feel like you're stuck. You can't go forward. You can't go back. You're not sure exactly what it is, and you're wanting some news to come in. You're waiting for some news before you do make a decision. It's interesting because I see that you're kind of split between two different choices. And again, you feel like you can't move forward or back until something comes through it. Max, stop waiting for the answers. do what you know you have to do to get you back on your path. So again, focus on your path. What is aligned with your path? And when you know what's aligned with your path, then make that decision. Stop waiting for something else or someone else to make a decision for you. It's time that you take control. Okay, so that's what I'm getting. Yes, paralysis by analysis. You've been waiting too
Oh
long,
my
and
God,
you've expected
God.
everybody else. And it's time for you to step up. It's the King of Swords, the Queen of Swords. This is the bitch one. This is a bitchy kind of, I'm taking control and I don't give a damn. This is what you need to do. You need to be this. You need to do this because, again, this is about your path. This is nothing less than your path, and that's a super important thing. So get to it, get to it, get to it. Tomorrow is her daughter's 22nd birthday. How can you be 25 and have a 22-year-old? Tell me.
Exactly. What is going on right here?
I know.
Miss Maxima, this has to do with money.
Hey,
Just
Angel.
as Don was starting his conversation about you, I heard, "What are you waiting for? Like, what is the holdup? Like, you could have been done, moved on by now." And then I got the Four of Pentacles, which is you holding back, which is what Don said. You got to move forward. You got to get this going. You're holding back. You're holding on to something too tight, and it's preventing you from moving forward. You're holding on to the purse strings or something too hard. You're holding on. Fours are usually stability, and the way that you're holding on to whatever's holding you back is keeping you from this partnership. Because the next card you got is the Three of Pentacles, and I feel like there's a partnership or there's some kind of collaboration that you could be doing that should be making you money, and you're not doing it because you're holding back and you won't decide what you need to do. Listen, closed mouth don't get fed, and you can walk around the block over and over and over and over and over and over and over again and never get to where you're going because you needed to keep on straight, and you keep turning them forward. You keep going around the same circle over and over and over again. You need to keep moving forward instead of just making that same circle over and over and over again. You just wear yourself out. There's a partnership that is waiting on you. And then I got the Six of Swords, which is transition. They're trying to transition you to another place, to a place of prosperity, to a place of peace, to a place where things will be a little bit easier for you, but you're still standing there. It's like your car was stuck in the mud, and I see the hand of your higher power lifting the car out and trying to push you forward or trying to move you forward, and you're just pressing the gas, spinning your wheels, and you're throwing the mud in your higher power's face. And they're like, "I'm trying to help you get stuck out of the mud, and you're just spinning your wheels over and over and over and over. You just got your foot on the gas, but you're not going anywhere because they're holding you up, trying to get you out of the mud so then you can move forward. And you're just not helping them out. You're actually throwing mud in their face. So it's kind of like, I'm here to help you, and you just kicking me in my face, or you just you just kind of throwing what I tell you out the window. So your higher power is a little bit frustrated with you. And again, Don just played that video where she said, "Listen, it was a nudge, and then I failed, and then it was a push, then I failed, and then I was knocked on my butt." So do you want to be knocked on your butt? You are being given an opportunity to move forward. You're just not doing it. You're standing there. Analysis paralysis don't make money. Paralysis don't make anything. Anything that got you where you can't move, where you can't do anything. Listen, just listen. Even if you have to take all your options and put them in a hat and pull one out and just move forward on it, make a decision. Make a decision. Decide. Do whatever you have to do. Put them on a wheel. Make one of them little things where you do like this, and then whatever it come out, that's what you get. Whatever you need to do, you need to make that decision. Pull each one of them on a card, shuffle them, and then pull one of them out. Just go ahead and make the decision. Analysis paralysis is an excuse. You either need to do it or you don't. Listen, poop or get off the pot.
I was thinking the same phrase.
Exactly. It's hard to turn off. Well, I'll tell you what. Let me tell you what ain't hard. Uh, just analysis paralysis of yourself right on into poverty and out of an opportunity. Listen, opportunities gonna keep on moving. While you sitting there going, "Well, should I pick door A? Should I pick door B? Should I pick door C? Well, door A is red, door B is blue, door C is yellow, but I do like yellow, but I wish I wanted blue, and I kind of like red." While you going through all that and trying to figure all that stuff out, you better throw a dart or a wet paper towel at that option, and just wherever one it stick to, that's the one you take. If you can't decide on your own, then you have to sometimes use your reality or your reasonable logical mind to make that decision. Over analyzing, that's just a fear tactic to keep you from moving forward. That's just you fear of success. It's not you fear of failure, it's fear of success. What if it actually works? What if I choose the option and it actually works? So you need to decide. Analysis paralysis, that's an excuse, honey. Move forward. You telling me you got so many options, you can't tell which one it is. There's some people who don't think they got no options, and you got so many options, you can't pick the one that you want, you better figure it out. Listen, put them all in a hat, pull one out, and then that's the one you take. That's what I do. Easily. When I was trying to figure out which car I wanted, I had a whole list of them. I told Don, when I tell you Don went through and was like, I had this one, this is that. After Don gave me all the facts, I was like, oh, that's exactly the one I want right there. And once I decided, my higher power said, okay, now we know what you want. Now we'll funnel you into it. Because I kept saying, well, I kind of like this one. I kind of like this one. I spoke to Don. He told me all the ins and outs about each one of them. Boom, that's the one I want right there. And I've been face forward. Like my sister Keena always says, decide what you want and reject everything else that doesn't look like it. Out of those options, which one gives you the most joy? Even if you have to rub it across your heart and be like, okay, what does this feel like? Okay, I don't get any warm and tinglies for that. Let me try this one. Let me try that one. You have to decide. Use your body, use your intuition to gauge what feels good. If I had to wake up tomorrow and out of choice A, B, and C, which one would give me the most joy? That's the one I want to do and turn that into money. So that's what I have for you, Miss Maxima. But I do see great opportunities. You just have to decide which one you're going to take. And you're not in a bad position. Having more opportunities than none is better, because some people's back is completely up against the wall and they don't have any. You have a whole field of opportunities, and all you got to do is just pluck one and go. Oh, you're a male. All right. Oh, with the same name. So maybe we mix it up. Listen, same energy. They're saying get out there and get moving. Move it.
You got to move it, move it. You got to move it, move it.
I like what Kelly said. Close your eyes and focus and let your intuition guide you.
Exactly.
Or put them in a hat and just pull one out. Listen, it works every time.
Yep. Who was the next one you said, Angie? I forgot.
I forgot to.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my
Was it
goodness.
True Me? Was it True Me, right?
True me. Are
True
you
Me?
still here?
Exactly. Hey,
And then
Angels Will Fly, welcome in. Good to see you in tonight. Hopefully that hockey game was a good one last night.
hey, angels. Or if True Me isn't here, then Krista, are you here? Krista, Elder, or True Me? Which one of you are here?
Do 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 do.
Okay, well, neither one of y'all.
It was annoying in the end. We had refs who made two bad calls that made us lose. Oh, okay. I hate bad reffing, but but it's fun to always argue with the refs until the point you get thrown out of the game. Then that's a problem. I haven't been to a hockey game in so long.
Selma's tea time reading says she tried to email us, but it didn't work. What were you emailing us to come to class?
I think it was the class, and I responded and told her, I gave her my email address just about 2 minutes ago on here. Advice at Sonoran Mystic Tarot, in case she got it wrong. She may have been using the wrong email address. But other people did use that email address yesterday, and we had a ton of people in class last night who were new. So that email address does indeed work. So it may be something between us getting you the proper one and you using the proper one.
Oh, Don, can you put it up? Somebody else is asking. Max.
Yep, the class, to get the class link is a Zoom link. Class Zoom link for Tuesdays is as follows, as is coming out. And it's pretty easy to remember, but I'm typing it so it'll pop up real quick. And that is advice at Sonoran Mystic Tarot. Sonoran as in the desert we live in. Mystic as in I'm so damn mystical, and tarot is that's what we do .com. So there you go. This is the link. If you email me at this, then you should be fine, because this email does work.
With a Y or with an I, that could be an issue too.
Yeah, be careful to spell the thing. Yeah. Yep. That would be the one. You can also use Salima. You can also use Sonoran Mystic Tarot at gmail.com. You can. That's an alternative one. It goes to the same place. So Sonoran Mystic Tarot at gmail.com. If that one does not work for you still. Trumi is here. Trumi, is it a general or a specific reading?
Through me and Krista is here. Krista said yes first.
Okay,
Either
Krista.
one.
Well,
Krista,
what
you
is
Krista said yes, I'm here, but I don't remember what her question was.
Krista
Oh,
is your
I have a general.
okay. So shall we do Krista first and then Trumi?
Yep, I'm ready.
Sounds good.
Are you thinking about moving south? Because I heard I'm going down south. So are you thinking about relocating down south? I immediately heard I'm going down south, like you're moving back home or you're moving closer to family, somewhere south of where you are. Even if it's the same state, but south, I get south that you're moving down, south of where you are, and I feel like you're moving closer to family. Do you have a parent or somebody that is that needs to be taken care of, or you want to be close to a parent or something like that? That's kind of what I got for you so far. Um, I'm getting a good go ahead because I'm seeing a moving truck like already packed and ready to go for you to go ahead and start moving in that direction. If that's what you were trying to decide on, the decision that you needed to make, because they're showing me the two of swords, which means that you need to make this decision. You just haven't decided. You're like at a stalemate. You've decided I'm not ready to make the decision, or I don't know how to make this decision, and I'm getting a yes to go ahead. You're saying no, you're not thinking about moving, because they're immediately showing me a moving truck and they're showing me down south, like relocating down south or moving south in some kind of way. So is the no to a parent that needs your assistance, or there's ailing, or no to moving, or no to all of it? It could be no to all of it. So that's what I got thus far. But if that's not you, then I'm not connected to your energy. Good night, angels. Your parents are both deceased. But is it also a no to you wanting to move or relocate somewhere to be closer to family? Is that also a no? Because that's immediately the energy I got of you wanting to relocate to be closer to family.
Krista, do you have a sister who is on the other side who crossed over maybe about a year or two ago? I'm picking up a sisterly energy of someone who crossed over. I don't feel mother. I know your mother is there, your father is there, but I'm picking up a sisterly energy for some reason. Do you? And if does that resonate with you? Um, yep, I took care of her, Kelly. No problem. My parents, yeah, I know your parents are both deceased, but again, do you have a sister on the other side as well? Or a friend who was like a sister? Night Angels, good to see you. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate it. The name of the book, Liliana, is The Ultimate Power Within, Unleashing the Magic of Affirmations. And if you look up under Donald Rumer-Rivera, then you'll find it on Amazon. That's the book. Thanks for asking. I appreciate that. I don't have any family left living, so no. So you don't have a sister. You never had a sister. Then is that what you're is that what you're saying or implying? Because what I'm asking is, do you have a sister on the other side? You only have a brother. Okay, so you had one brother and he is crossed, but no sister. Is that what you're saying? Well, maybe this energy isn't for you if you
Maybe
don't
it's
have a
not,
sister.
and it feels really, really guarded. Like she really isn't letting us into her energy in some way. Her sister is
Okay.
living. Um, are you? I don't know. I'm not even gonna keep trying.
You just said I don't have any family left living. Did I miss something, Krista? I mean, I don't mean to be rude, but help me out here when I'm trying to come up with information and ask you questions, and I'm asking you, and then you said I don't have any family left living, and then you just said my sister is living. You confused me a little bit. I think I'm not picking up the energy for you. It must be somebody else. So I'm gonna let this energy go, and whatever else you got, Angie, go for it.
I don't have anything else. Because she already told me no to everything I said too. So I'm gonna go ahead and move on too. Her
Okay.
energy feels very rigid, and I'm not gonna fight with it.
Hmm.
Her sister lives here.
Okay.
So is
Well,
she not your family? Is that what you?
yeah. Yeah, I don't know who that energy was for, but apparently, again, it must not have been for you because this is a sister who passed over, and since yours is here on the side, then unfortunately we don't have that connection tonight. Sorry about that. Let's see. She's the only one left. Okay.
Okay, well, I don't get it because I got a moving truck immediately, and I got you wanting to relocate to be closer to family. And what a lot of people think relocate means that I'm moving like a whole state away or city away. It could just mean you're moving across town to be closer to that person. So, but if you're saying no, then I'm not in your energy, and I'm just gonna go ahead and disconnect and move on to somebody else because I'm not getting it, and fighting with the energy is too taxing on me.
Yeah, Krista, pop in another time and remind us that we did not connect with you this time, and maybe next time the energy will be more suited to the connection because apparently, again, there's the information and energy we get for you apparently is not for you, and so that's telling us there's a problem there between us, and there's when that happens, the energy just you can't create it. It just isn't. It just isn't. Sorry about that. Next was what True Me you said?
True me, true me.
True Me. Sorry. Um,
I immediately heard, where do we go here? Where do we go from here? Are you in a relationship where you're wondering where what you should do next? Because I heard, where do we go from here? And it's kind of looking up to kind of figure out like, well, what do we do now? Like, we've tried everything else that we could try. Where do we go from now? If it's not a relationship, is there um um yeah, I feel like it's a relationship or it's a medical condition, but I feel more like it's a relationship because the Eight of Pentacles come out and you've been working hard at it and it's just not working out. Like maybe you, and it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It's just an intimate or closer relationship where you're trying to decide what are your next steps, how do you move forward, or what do you do. And I see you. It seems to be two people looking up and being like, "Well, I don't know what else to do next. I don't know how we should move forward. Where do we go from here?" And it seems to be like an unspoken, like walking away, because now I see the Eight of Cups. So I feel like somebody's ready to walk away, but nobody wants to say the words that actually need to be said to move on. Um, but I keep hearing, do what's best for you. And I feel like other people are telling you that because you seem to be asking for advice from a lot of other people. And then I got the Hierophant, which is usually true. Institutions like marriage and family and school education like that, but it came out in the reverse. And I don't normally read reversals, but a lot of reversals have been coming out, and I'm getting that maybe you make like, since it's in reverse and this has to do with traditions and marriage and things like that, maybe it's the breaking of a tie or breaking of a relationship in some kind of way. And it's just giving you to go ahead to move forward. But I am getting the Eight of Cups, which for me is walking away or moving on from a situation that is heavy, that is emotional, and that is not bringing you any joy at this time. It also could be a work relationship where you're trying to move on, because I got the Pentacles, and that's usually apprenticeship or you working hard at some kind of task. And then I got Justice, again, you making the decision to balance what will make you happy. Am I willing to keep fighting for this, or am I willing to put my happiness, like, where am I trying to get with this situation? What decision do I need to make? So that's what I got.
um,
Oh, I found them, Don, and I unblocked them. They were on
you
my
did.
page. The Kara
Okay.
person, I unblocked them from the
Because
Strength
I
and
was looking and I'm like,
page.
darn, I wish I could find them.
Yep, I
Whoever it
found
is.
them.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I see. Oh, they're on mine too right now.
Oh, oh, thanks, Kelly. I love that. Yeah, they were on my page specifically, and I blocked them, so they must have popped right over to your page. Like, oh well, let me
Hmm.
go over here too.
I just banned them from all live streams.
Oh, good.
But it's
I
funny they
just
wouldn't
don't
let me
understand that.
yeah, they wouldn't let me report them.
Oh, you were wondering about your husband's health. Okay. Okay. Because what did I say? Okay. And I didn't even remember your question, but I said it's either you trying to decide whether you should walk away from a relationship or it has to do with a medical condition. And I didn't want to go to the medical condition. So you're trying to figure out what your next step is because they showed me that. And I was like, I really don't like to get into healthcare. So I went with the relationship. So, okay, it was a health condition. And you're trying to figure out, like, it's kind of like you throw your hands up and you've tried everything you have to try and you don't know what else to do. So if this came out with tradition, like maybe traditional medicine isn't working, maybe you need to go to somebody who is non-traditional or somebody who does holistic medicine or something like that and just get an opinion or find out some other information about the situation for you. I can't make any diagnosis for you or tell you what to do, but just look at all your options. And you seem to be kind of looking up to heaven saying, what do I do? What do we do next? I don't know what else to do. And you seem to be very frustrated. And they're showing me like a lot of red tape being wrapped around you, like you dealing with insurance and you dealing with doctors and you're seeing multiple people and you just don't know what to do, or maybe they've given you a diagnosis or some kind of indication that there's nothing else that they really can do. And you're like, well, what do we do next? Because that was the very first thing that I saw was, where do we go from here? And you kind of looking up in the air and it was two people. So I assumed a relationship, but I also did say maybe it has to do with an illness or something. Okay. So again, look into your other options of maybe holistic or non-traditional medicine. Just get some other opinions and talk to some other people. Always, go out, communicate with your doctor, but ask what your other options are or ask for recommendations from other people. Do a little bit of research on your own, but you do seem to be very frustrated and like in that stage where you're very not necessarily weak, but you're tired, you're worn, and you're tired of dealing with this situation and you're ready to walk away from it. You know how I know that? Because that's how I felt dealing with the medical community, just wanting to walk away because it's just so much red tape and there's so many things that sometimes you have to go through. And so I'm feeling like you should really reach out to somebody, another, just, another source of information in the medical community.
I would suggest Elevate by Claudine. Elevate by Claudine is a local store here in Phoenix, Arizona. But she has a web presence, and I would, if I were you, I would go check her out. She is amazing. What she has all this information about these. I mean, it's amazing. We have so many mushrooms. We don't understand all the mushrooms, and each of the mushrooms have properties and have benefits. And there are other things that naturally have benefits too. I am not saying use it in place of medicine, but what I'm saying is that you may want to reach out to her website and look at what she's putting out there, some of the information that she has to share, and get a better understanding of what we can take in, what we can eat, what we can ingest, and help ourselves in so many ways in a natural way that doesn't impact us. And it couldn't hurt us, won't hurt us, but it actually could help us. I sat and had a chance to listen to her speak, and then I also invited her to one of our psychic fairs, and I actually chatted with her for quite a bit. And it's amazing. She actually has some nights she has dinners where she creates mushroom dinners for people to come and try them and understand by
Was she
having that
the
dinner.
lady with the coffee or something? I remember her on that. Like was she closer
She
to
was
where we
beside the
were
lady
doing?
with the plants.
Okay, I sat and talked to her. Or I interviewed with her. She had a lot of information.
She
Um,
does. Yep.
Somebody said, does she ship? I think she does.
She does. She does ship, absolutely. And you will, again, her website is impressive, but you will be amazed at the information. Again, she is not a Johnny come lately. She's been at this a long time, and she truly understands the holistic approach to wellness. She understands what if you do this, it could create this. If you do this, it could create this. And some of the backlash and some of the incompatibilities. I mean, it's amazing what she's doing. And again, I would suggest that you take a look in conjunction with everything else you do. Look at that page, because for one thing, information is key and gold. So you don't lose by reading it, but you may gain by reading it and learning something that can help you, or finding things that can help fix the situation, or at least relieve some of the complications, which is wonderful. It's amazing what, again, what Mother Nature puts out there that we ignore, you know? And she just reminds us, she's like, don't forget,
And
this
let
is
me say
available
this.
for you.
That mushroom coffee is good. Like I've
Oh.
been using it. I stopped using the Rise and just got regular mushroom coffee because I found out they all use them same 7 mushrooms.
Hmm.
And so I found a cheaper version of the mushroom coffee. But I just that I've enjoyed using the mushroom coffee, and it does help with your gut health. Like people say that it does really help with your gut health and making like it not be so like bloated and gassy and things like that. So the mushroom coffee has really helped, and you can get Rise if you want to, but you can try others. Like I really just got the Simple Truth kind from Fry's of mushroom coffee, and I've really enjoyed it for like a third of the price.
Yeah, and it's interesting. You can book with her a plant medicine consultation, um, but you can also just call her and talk to her. She's wonderful, and she will talk with you and share with you. But it's amazing, the fungi aptogens that she discusses will blow you away. You just really don't understand. It's so damn impressive. So not only her services are cool, but she's also very supportive of the community, and she is always out there. So she's not someone who runs away from her product. If you have an issue with the product, she's there and she'll stand right up and tell you, hey, this is the situation. So you don't. The good part is she stands behind it and she's part of the community. She doesn't run away from what she knows, and she's just an impressive woman. I love her information. Do yourself a favor, everybody, anybody, check out this woman's website. You will not be you will not feel like you wasted your time. That's my opinion.
Exactly.
Mhm. So who is next, Miss
Somebody said
Angie?
I tried Rise, but her dose was better. Again, Lillian, I tried Rise. It was just too expensive. And so I just went to, like I said, Simple Truth, and I love it. So try that out. There was somebody else in here. Oh, she said she loves mushroom coffee, the mental clarity. There was a whole bunch of people who were asking questions. And True Me is a lady. I did not know that. I thought it was I think. Said my husband. Natalie, I don't know if she ever put her question in or we asked her.
We asked
And
her
then
earlier and she wasn't here. Did she come back?
I don't know. Natalie or Lillian, if you have a question. If not, then we can just call it quick. Is there anybody else in here that we missed that wants to get a reading?
One more person. First one to respond gets a reading, and then we're done.
Hello?
Do 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 do. And don't forget, folks. Don't forget. Check out my book. Check out my book.
Charlene B says her.
What's her name again? Check it out. I posted it a little bit earlier. Just what's the website? It's right. It's here. It's this. Put it up on the screen. There you go. Again, elevatebyclaudine.com.
I
Elevate,
remember her.
elevated by Claudine.com. She's a sweet woman, I'm telling you. And the good part is, again, she just has so much information to share. You will
And
not
True
be.
Me, it's in the comments. Like if you go through the comments on YouTube, you'll see the link in there and you can just click the link.
Exactly.
Lillian says your book is in the cart for her to order on Friday. All right, I like it.
Thank you, Lillian. We would love that. Thank you so much. Lillian's asking, you let me know how the child support with my ex is going to end. Is this
It must be can you let me know?
how the child support with my ex is going to end?
I feel like he's just gonna keep fighting, or is he a person that is quitting his job every time he gets found, or every time it gets close to um you getting some money? Because I feel like he's just fighting with you over and over and over and over again. He doesn't want to do it. He doesn't want to provide. He seems to have a kind of a nasty disposition towards you and doesn't want to help you out in any kind of way. but I just feel like it's going to be a struggle. Even if you get the order, even if they figure out where he works, soon as he, attaches on, he's going to move on to something else. And he's always going to try to fly under the radar so you don't get anything that you want. Is he participate in the child's life? Is it a little girl? I don't feel like maybe he's active in the child's life either. Um, but I feel like you really do need the support. Like you're not just being bitchy and just trying to make him pay for it. You really do need the support and would appreciate it. And I feel like he has the money or he has the means to do it. He's just choosing not to. Oh, it's a boy. Okay. So I'm getting that he just is it a soft spoken child? Like maybe he's a little bit quiet or timid, like he doesn't um he's not very outgoing. He's more of a quiet kid or kind of reserved introvert a little bit. Seems to be very smart. Seems to enjoy school. Or a specific teacher that is very kind to him. Oh, he's one almost okay. So then no, it's not a teacher. But yeah, I don't feel like he's going to be very cooperative. He's always going to try to fight you and try to get out of it some kind of way. And he seems to be a little bit mean spirited. And that's what I got. Oh, his
Yeah,
sitter. Okay. Okay. I'm like, he likes somebody. Okay.
I was gonna say, but he's the same. You knew that about him. You suspected it about him, and you know that he can be petty and vindictive, and that's not a surprise, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Um, but again, he's not going to make it easy. He is. He. It's. I mean, I get the feeling like he's already not only has he moved on, but he's moved on, and there's another baby in the way or something, or another baby on the way. It's just, and he, yeah, I don't know. I don't get
Very
a good.
mean spirited. Like I feel like his comments cut. Um and he doesn't think that you're very deserving. Like it was kind of like was it kind of like hot and heavy and then boom, I'm pregnant, and then it was like, oh, I'm moving on to the next notch on my belt. Like he doesn't seem to be very committed. It was probably hot and heavy or just a brief thing, and then now he's like, I'm out. Um just think, is this a person that you want to be around your child? Is this a person that you will want your child to be parented by? That's one thing. And then maybe your focus should be on how can I provide for my child in a way that makes me less dependent upon this person. Like I know you need the money, but also you can also put that out there. Please show me a way that I can provide for my child where I'm not dependent upon this person, or where um this person can be more cooperative. I just don't see him being cooperative. I do see him being very difficult, very negative, or kind of a smart ass about it, and just not wanting to help you out in any kind of way. You need to look
Yeah,
at
I don't think that. Yeah, I think that the person that she knew is the person that she has, and that person is cares nothing about anybody but himself. That simple.
exactly.
And so he will believe that for some reason he's not responsible to take care of it, but yet he will stand up and be proud of everything good about the child, but he'll not do his share. This is not the best of men. But
He doesn't
unfortunately,
seem very mature either. He just doesn't seem like he's ready for adulthood. Like I feel like he just goes from one lady to leech off to another lady to leech off to another lady to leech off. He doesn't seem like he really is committed to any person for a very long
yeah,
time, but he could be a very productive person if he actually tried to be. So
yeah,
maybe he just hasn't reached that maturity level.
exactly.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
we wish you luck, Liliana. Unfortunately, again, it's going to be a slog. It's going to be a festival of mud and whatever. You got to fight for everything you're going to get. But don't give up. Keep fighting. Keep fighting. Don't surrender. Never
Yeah.
surrender, because again, ultimately, it's for the kid. It's for the baby, and that's what you need to focus on. But also, don't get tied up into his drama. Don't let him turn it into a drama thing where he controls it, because that's where he knows he can play you. So don't let it get to a drama stage. Instead, just keep it. Hey, this is where we're headed. Don't let it get into the mud. That will not help
And
you at
learn
all.
the lesson from this situation. Learn
Yeah.
the lesson.
Yep.
There is definitely a lesson in this situation. Listen, party hard. Look at the consequences, because it seems like it was a fun ride while it was while the going was good. It was a fun ride, and
Yep.
now these are the consequences of the fun ride, and only you're ready to deal with the consequences and not this person.
Exactly. Exactly. With that said, we are done, Miss Angie. It's been a good evening, good energy,
It
good
was a
readings.
good night. I loved it, Don.
Yep.
It was
Yep.
very good energy.
And folks, remember, this is one thing that happened tonight again. If we don't get your energy, if we do not align with your energy, we tell you it. We do not blow smoke up your ass. We don't give you a fake reading and make you feel good or whatever else. That know that that's the sign of good reader. The good reader will say, guess what? We don't have the connection. Let's move on. Take that with you when you watch other readers, and when you see them starting to stumble and they start getting real, you can see their creative minds coming on. You're like, okay, wait a minute, what's happening here? I'm not putting anyone down. All I'm saying is simply this: a good, true, very ethical reader will from time to time run into a situation where they won't connect, and when that happens, they will say, I don't have the connection right now. Let's move on. And it doesn't make you feel good. I guarantee I get that. But I'd rather have somebody tell me they don't have something for me than create something and have me believing something. And so remember that. Remember that when you come here, if we connect with you, we're going to give you the reading we get. If we don't connect with you, we'll let you know. And maybe eventually down the road, you'll be back and we'll connect. Or one of our people in our group, we're here 6 out of 7 days a week. Somebody in our group is. So you're sure to get a reading from
And
somebody.
also be open. Like if you're asking a question, kind of be open to it. If you kind of have like blocks up where you don't want us to get into your energy, sometimes my guys just be like, you know what, I'm not fighting to get through your energy. Obviously, you don't want the reading, or obviously there's something that you're not ready to hear yet.
Yeah, and
So
listen to the questions. If you're if you're asked, if you make a statement, a general statement, and then you contradict yourself, do not be surprised if the reader says, "Wait a minute, you just said this." We're not stupid. We tend to have a mind, and we do read what the comments are from time to time, and it's like, okay, if we just said this, if you just said this, then how is it you're contradicting yourself? And so remember that when you put it out there, it's out there. So keep that in mind, okay? With that said, it's going to be a great weekend, Angie, because soon in front of us, very, very soon, is going to be this eclipse, and it's going to be amazing. That's on the
I'm
8th. Now, I don't.
excited.
Now that's before we get back, right? Because I don't think. Yeah, we're not back here
Yes,
until the
because
10th.
it's Monday. But tomorrow's a 4-4 portal, y'all. Remember, 4-4 tomorrow, 4-4-24. That's a nice portal. Set your intentions on the things that you want to bring forward. And did you guys blow your sentiment? Today's the third day of the month. Did you blow your sentiment in the door? Stand outside your door, put the sentiment in your hand, blow it into your doorway with the intentions of bringing prosperity to you. Did you do your salt outside your door? Did you set
Good
your
reminder.
intentions? Like, have you done all of these things for the new month to bring in your prosperity?
Absolutely. It starts with you guys. It starts and ends with you. So make sure you do those things. Sage your house if you have sage. If not, burn some Palo Santo, burn some cinnamon, do something. There you go.
I had
Absolutely.
both of them burning today,
Yep.
sage and Palo Santo. And
Yep.
like I tell people all the time, if I have a lot of company over, or if there's been people in the house that have been sick, I'll burn sage just to get all of that energy out. Not
Absolutely.
necessarily that it's negative energy, just to kind of get all the energy out. And then I'll put that Palo Santo and bring that nice energy in. Have my windows open just to get all,
Did we lose you?
just to clear everything
Oh,
out. So it's not all the time negative, but sometimes you. And
super.
sickness. I want all the sickness out. Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Exactly. Yep. 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 I totally understand that. Lord have mercy. But
Oh,
with that,
Miss Sherry Berry said peppermint on the doors. Clean your doors down with peppermint water. Make the water, clean your door down with the peppermint water.
absolutely. Absolutely. Well, with that said, we are out of here again. Good night, everybody. Thank you for popping in. We do appreciate you spending your time with us and for sharing your energy. Your energy is what makes it happen for us. And so we appreciate it so much. Take care, everybody. We'll talk later. And then don't forget, check out my book, please, The Ultimate Power Within. Donald Rumer-Rivera. I'm the only one on Amazon. I guarantee it. Adios. Bye-bye.